You like Mr. Swain, don't you? Eh? He brought you conky, didn't he? Yes. There you go. Only Auntie Emily thinks he's after her money. Don't you, Auntie Emily?
I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind.
Honestly, just because he wants to help you with a few investments doesn't mean to say he's after getting his hands on the family fortune.
It happens rather more often than you may think.
In novels, yes.
In real life. Read the papers. And he's short of money, remember? That letter you typed to the bank told us that. He has an overdraft.
All rich people have overdrafts.
People who pretend to be rich have overdrafts, Deirdre. Rich people have money.
All right, then. Would he have given us that letter to type if he hadn't wanted us to know about it?
Well, everyone makes mistakes.
Hey, you're not kidding. Oh, you like him, don't you? Don't you?
Well, I'm supposed to, aren't I? That's part of it. He's a very charming man.
He's a very nice man. He's a very kind man. He's a very available man. You see, that's your trouble, isn't it? If it's gift wrap with your name on, it's got to have a bomb in it.
I'm merely being realistic.
Oh. Tracy, will you talk to your Auntie Emily?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, what time is it?
You're all right for a minute or two.
Well, oh, you can't be kidding, no way.
Oh, we should stop saying that. Nothing's impossible, you know. Anybody can make a mistake.
Yeah, but you didn't know, did
I
you?
don't know. I don't think I did. Stop going on about it.
Blimey, we can't go on about anything like that.
It's not the end of the world, you know, having a baby. Keep your voice down.
Yeah, I never said it was, did I?
I'll go to the doctor's this dinner time.
Why do you think he'll be able
I don't know. Look, I said I'll go to the doctor's. There's no point in talking about it until we know one way or the other.
Come on, you two. Let's be having you.
Coming, Dad. Hey, he'll be all right, kid.
Morning, Mr. Baldwin.
What's the magic word, then? What gets you going?
Robert Wagner.
Well, it's with Miss Stringer not being here. You know, we weren't sure what you wanted us to do.
Oh, I see.
Has she gone for good, Mr. Baldwin?
Hey, did you have a little tiff or something?
Miss Stringer will not be coming back. And whether we'd had a little tiff or something is none of your business. What is your business is that you're here to work. And at this moment, you're working directly under me. Now, this may not strike the fear of God into some of you, but I have been known to sack operatives who use this place as a cafeteria or a flaming powder room. Now, if you want to take a chance and go to an industrial tribunal, that's all right with me. We'll have a little side bet just to make it interesting, okay?
He's got away with him, hasn't he?
Yes, well, I brought you some more letterheads. I thought you might be running short.
Oh, yes, I am a bit, as a matter of fact.
And how's my little princess, then?
Ah, she's fine, aren't you, love?
Do you like that hamster, Tracy?
It's my finger.
Oh, dear. Look, I've brought you 2 letters as well. They're in with the papers. The usual, just the one copy off.
Righto.
Yes, well, I'll...
Oh, don't go without saying hello to Emily. Emily, Mr. Swain's here.
Yes, well,
right.
I only called to drop those in. I was on my way to the theatre hall, really. I've heard very good things about... Oh, hello, Emily.
Hello.
You're looking very well.
Oh, thank you.
I was just telling Deirdre I was on my way to the theatre hall, really. Weatherfield Operatic are doing Oklahoma, and I've heard that it's a very good show. So I thought perhaps if I could get a couple of tickets...
Oh, well,
No, don't say yes and no yet. Because I'd feel a fool if I couldn't get them. Right, then.
Oh, I'll type those letters for you today.
That'd be marvellous. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I do wish he wouldn't bother.
Why shouldn't he? He's a very charming man.
Oh, Deirdre, can't you understand, just for one moment, what I'm frightened of?
Yes, I can. And I can also understand that if you go through life making damn sure that nothing ever happens, then nothing ever happens. So he takes you for a couple of thousand. You'll have had your money's worth.
I wish I could see it your way.
I'm knocking. You weckers, like, what do you call that? Do you want to go and sit in over there? Can't abide folk looking over my shoulder.
But it strikes me you need him.
Look, will you get on with the game and let's have less of your old buck?
She's still looking peaky and all, isn't she?
Why? Well, you haven't got your colour back yet, lovey.
Oh, well, I never did have very much. Anyway, I'm going to the doctor's this afternoon. He's going to give me a tonic. I'm short of iron, apparently.
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, you do look smart.
Do I, dear? Well, I never need much excuse to dress up a little. And we do have something to celebrate, don't we?
Do we?
Us in particular, or everybody? Everybody, but this street in particular. No. Coronation Day. 27 years since Her Majesty ascended the throne.
Oh, were you there, or did you...
2nd of June, 1953. That was a day to remember.
Well, were you there? I mean, did you go down special?
Wasn't necessary, dear, no. Jack and I had the first television in this area.
Oh.
And, of course, it was much better at home because the weather was dreadful, simply dreadful.
It must have been very colourful all the same.
It was, dear, it was.
But you only had black and white in them days.
Some of us have the ability to colour events with our imagination, Mrs. Ogden.
Beginning of December 1967 when colour come in. BBC 2.
Thank you, Mrs. Ogden.
Well, I can remember it exact, you see, because of the dog. The dog? Yeah, well, not exactly the dog, but it was our wedding anniversary, you see. Now, Stan thought it was the 25th, but he's got his sums wrong as usual. It was only the 24th. Because we was married the 4th of December 1943. So it must have been the 4th of December 1967. Anyway, we'd had us dinner in this confectioner's on Bolton Road. And next door there was a telly shop and they had the colour on. And we were standing gawping at it. And that's when the dog bit Stan. Oh, dear. Did it just, like, take a dislike to him? Well, it must have. I mean, I can think of plenty of reasons for biting Stan, but I didn't think a dog would understand them.
How are you, love? Well?
Give us a chance. I've only just been for the tests. I've got to go back again tonight.
Oh, yeah. What are you having to drink?
I don't know. I'll have an orange juice.
Betty?
Hello.
Could I have an orange juice, please?
Yes, okay, dear.
Thanks. Hey, love, you know, I've been thinking. Look, if we do have a kid, I mean, look, what's going to happen to the house? Look, we only got a mortgage because
Ryan, you're at it again. Wait.
There you are, my love. There, tied up. Oh, lovely.
Wait until tonight. Wait until we know.
Yeah, well, I can't stop myself thinking about it, can I?
Try, Brian. Please try.
Hey, who do you think we'll get, kid?
See you. Oh, I don't know, kid. I mean, you know what he's like. He picks them out lucky dip, him. I mean, look, we haven't had a proper, have we, since young Steve left? I mean, now sits Anna, she played at job. And this Pauline Stringer, well, God knows what she wanted.
Whatever it was, she didn't get it.
Hey, he won't have gone short, though, kid.
What about Ivy?
What, for supervisor?
Well, she's had her chances.
Had her chances. She's had more chances than Frank Sinatra's had last farewells, and that's saying something. Ain't man child like Pericomo, you know. Sends me, does Pericomo.
Well, I'm blowed if I know where it is.
Why, what, you lost?
A bracelet. You know that one with big sapphires in, like as if.
Hey, it had a sentimental value, did that bracelet?
Well, I don't think you had it when you come, you know. Look, are you coming to the pub, or aren't you?
No, I'm going to Chippy, love. Our Brian's on for his dinner.
Well, I'll be blowed.
And here's us stood waiting. Come on, kid.
Ivy, you dashing off?
Why?
Can you spare me a minute? Right, come in, love. Sit down. Now, no messing. Why haven't you ever sat behind this desk, eh?
Ask myself that question.
And I bet you answer it as well, don't you? I mean, you know those girls better than I do. They take liberties.
Not if I were supervisor, they wouldn't.
Can you guarantee that?
Yeah, I guarantee that.
Right. I'm offering you the job. On one condition. There's something in this business and any other business I just can't stand, and that's ability going to waste. I mean, you've got things going for you that Pauline Stringers and Elsie Tanner has never even heard of.
Have I?
Yeah, of course you have. And I think it'd be a criminal waste to see it go down the drain. Don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
You put Elsie Tanner behind one of those machines, and what have you got?
Phew, couple of maintenance men.
You're right. Now put you behind one of those machines, and what have you got? Garments.
Hey, now hold on.
Now, just a minute. Now, hear me out. Now,
Morley.
shh. Holidays and sickness. If there's a machine spare, you're there. A sort of working manager.
You're coming it a bit, aren't you?
No, you will thank me. I mean, anything can happen in this business. Anything. I mean, they could fire me out, sling me in jail any minute. Then what happens, eh? 2 good years, the bubble bursts, out of a job. Now, if you'd have kept your hand in, if you'd have kept abreast of developments, I mean, you're not going to walk into a job as a supervisor, are you? I tell you, you will thank me. You'll thank me.
You're a smooth talking.
£10 a week more than you're getting now, and don't take a lifetime thinking about it.
Can I have till this afternoon?
Well, why not? Oh, and Ivy.
Yeah?
You sure you can handle those girls now?
Oh, I'm sure.
About time or not? Hey, where's the grub?
Oh, don't bother me about food. Is there any tea left?
Yeah, on table 10 minutes since.
Ask me where I've been.
I've only got an hour, Mum. Look, it's half gone as it is.
Go on, ask me where I've been.
Well, we know where you've not been. You've not been to Chippy, have you?
Oh, shut up about your flaming stomach, Bert. I've been with Mr. Baldwin. I've been discussing my promotion.
You've never. Supervisor?
Naturally.
Hey, when do you start, Mum?
Oh, I've not said yes yet. I mean, I don't want to look too eager, do I?
Doesn't want to look too eager. Come on, he's coming out of your ears.
Well, happened it is, but I don't want Mike Baldwin to see, do I? I mean, show him how chuffed I am. He'll have me doing a Robden's job and all.
Oh, hello. Struck a hard bargain then, did he?
I'll manage. It's an extra tenner a week. That's the most important thing.
Great, that, Mum.
Hey, Brian, nip to Chippy, will you, before we starve to death?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not hungry, love.
No, well, it's just the two of us then, isn't it?
Okay, then.
Hey, it couldn't have come at a better time, could it, love? Do you know, I was thinking about retiring. I thought, oh, yeah, talk to yourself, Tilsley.
Hey?
Well, that's reminding me, love. Guess where I found that? In bed. I've got the imprint of it stuck in the middle of my back, haven't I?
Oh, Bert, I thought I'd lost it. Hey, you know what? I think today's going to be one of them days when everything goes all right.
Well, it's about time you had one of them, Tiger. You deserve it.
Hey, Bert, I'm not being daft, am I? I can do this job.
Are you joking? Give you 6 months and you'll be owning that place.
Oh, hello, Gail. Hello, Mavis. Oh, you won't have long to wait. There's only about 3 people left. Good. Have you got this virus that's going about? Everybody's complaining.
I could have, yeah.
Well, I hope not. It goes right to your stomach. Anyway, I won't keep you because you might lose your place. Oh, I say, Gail, you can't read that for me, can you?
No, I can't.
Well, the doctor said he'd give me a tonic, but I'd just like to know exactly what I'm taking, you know. So I suppose I could ask Mr. Bailey at the chemist, but... Well, last time I made an inquiry, he seemed to think it was none of my business.
Oh, well.
Anyway, I just have to grin and bear it. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, what time do you make it? 5:15. Hey, do you think he's coming back? Well, how do I know?
Well, he's been gone since dinner.
We know, that's what we're saying. Listen, hang on. I'll find out where he is. He keeps a diary in there. Keep your eyes skinned. Hey, it says lunch, Mr. Mackenzie of Ferguson Fabrics. Hey, lunch, it's 5:15.
They'll have gone boozing.
We're not. Pubs are shut.
They have clubs though, don't they? You can drink all hours God sends if you know your way around.
Hey, and he knows his way around.
Shut up, his ear.
That's what I like to hear. The happy sound of honest work.
Had a nice lunch, Mr. Morgan.
Very nice, thank you, Vera. That the stuff for Mitchell?
Yeah.
Bring the top one in, will you?
Hey, don't worry, kid. He wouldn't know straight soon if I fell over one.
Shut the door.
There's nothing wrong with him, you know.
I know there's nothing wrong with them. Stops that lot asking silly questions, doesn't it?
Oh, you mean?
I mean, are you going to take the job or aren't you?
Yes. After a lot of thought, I've decided I will.
Now, Ivy, if you think you can't handle those girls, now's the time to tell.
Oh, no, I can handle them, Mr. Morgan.
Right, who's going to tell them then? Eh? You or me?
I'll tell them.
Hang on a minute. If it starts we wish to continue, you can lock up. After you.
Night, Mr. Morgan.
Night, ladies.
Hey, has he gone?
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh, great. Can I better catch my half-past bus?
You what?
Yeah, I'm meeting Jack's sister in town. Can I better catch that half-past bus?
You're not, you know, Vera. You'll work till past.
Oh, it's all right, kid. He's gone.
Yes, but I haven't. And who are you when you're at home? I'm the new supervisor, aren't I?
Perfect.
We aim to please.
Hey, look, love, if I give you some stamps, will you post them for me?
Go on.
Am I being cheeky?
Yes, a bit. But you are a special customer. And I do charge you twice as much as everybody else.
You better not. I don't see why not, though everybody else does.
How are you doing these days?
Business-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
All right. I'm earning a living.
Heaven knows how. I mean, look at that lot. It's nothing, is it? When I worked there, it was, what, 5 full days a week.
Oh, aye, but there's a lot more work coming in then. But it had to be split 2 ways. I'm on my Todd now.
But what do you think you're doing?
I'm setting them out same as they were before.
Hello, is he at it again? He never stops.
Evening. I've just been hearing about your good fortune.
Yeah, would you like a drink, Hilda?
Oh, well, I don't this early as a rule, but go on, I'll have a port and lemon.
Port and lemon, Betty. Okay, lovely.
Oh, we have got a lot to celebrate today, haven't we? 2nd of June. Mrs. Walker was saying it's Coronation Day.
Hey, right, lasses. God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen.
Ladies, ladies.
Well, I thought you'd like that, Mrs. Walker.
Well, I like the sentiments, but the harmony leaves a lot to be desired.
27 years she's had that job.
Oh, I wouldn't have it for a gold clock. Oh, me neither, kid.
Nothing can be worse than having to live under constant public scrutiny.
No, poor lass.
Which one was it that you had in your hand?
Well, I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, indeed, all it makes no odds, because it was my move and I'm out. Chips.
You got to admire that.
Look, if you had 1 domino left and you could go, why didn't you finish it off at dinner time?
Because I was enjoying the moment. And I don't get many moments to enjoy, do I? So stop arguing and get drinks in.
Albert, what date was this street built, love? We're having a bit of an argument back here.
1902.
Oh.
It was named after King Edward VII.
King Edward VII. Of course, one tends to forget him.
Wasn't that Edward Fox? Was it? Edward Fox was Edward VIII, the Duke of Windsor. It was the other one, you know, the big one.
Timothy West.
I know. Hey, right, okay.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What a way to remember our crowned heads. Henry VIII must be spinning in his grave to think that he only remains in the public memory by courtesy of Keith Michell.
Keith Michell? I thought it was Peter Egan.
Oh, no, dear, Keith Michell. Peter Egan was the Prince Regent.
Oh.
Come on. I'll get it. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Is Mrs. Bishop?
Yes, she is. Yes, come in. She's just upstairs at the moment. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, thank you.
Quite pleasant at the moment, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is.
Mind you, it's about time we had some good weather. Still, we say that every year, don't we?
Well, we do, indeed.
She shouldn't be... Oh, she's here.
No. I think this is the one you wanted.
Oh, thanks very much. Do you know, I've been all over for this pattern for years. Thanks very much. Well, I'll leave you to it.
No, stay and have a cup of tea.
Oh, no, thanks. Alf will be waiting. You men are very demanding, you know. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I managed to get 2 tickets for next Wednesday.
Dear, I'm afraid I can't make next Wednesday.
Oh, that was stupid of me. I shouldn't have assumed. Well, perhaps I can change them for another day. So
To tell the truth, I'm rather busy in the foreseeable future.
What, every night?
Afraid so.
I see. I see. Well, then, perhaps you can...
Yes, perhaps.
We might... Oh, about your investment. I've written my stockbroker's name down there and his telephone number. I'm sure he'll be able to help you.
Oh, thank you.
And then perhaps when you're not quite so busy again, we could
Yes.
sort of... Oh, goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, up. I hope it's not going to turn you into an alcoholic, this job.
Is it, Tech? I've only had a couple with girls. Hey, it'll come in handy, won't it, that extra tenner a week?
Too true it will. I'll have my notice in tonight, get myself an allotment somewhere.
Hey, we won't waste it either. We'll put it to some good use.
Well, you do what you want with it, love. It's your wage packet, isn't it? At which is more than can be said for mine.
Yeah, you don't look so bad, you.
Do I ever grumble? Come on, do I? No.
Whoop, ta-da.
Hey, up, do you know, we're always getting copped these days, we are, aren't we?
Hey, what are you going to work so early for?
Oh, I've got a meeting on. Anyway, see you.
Yeah, see you, Dad.
Ta-ra, love. Oh. Do you want your tea, Duck?
No, thanks, Mum. I'll wait.
Oh, suit yourself. What are you waiting for?
Oh, Gail, she'll be back in a minute.
Oh, she's been home 15 minutes, love. She's upstairs. Hey, and tell her not to let Elsie Tanner work us a flaming hard.
Well?
We're going to have a Christmas present.
For the sake of having you near.
Oh, go on, don't stop. I was enjoying listening.
I'm glad somebody likes it. I can only sing out here, you know. They shut me up when I'm in house.
Ah, they don't know what they're missing.
Who doesn't know what they're missing? Hey, I hope you've not been letting on about our private life, kid.
I was just admiring your wife singing, actually.
Oh, that.
Oh, that.
Yeah, she's got a very good voice, Ivy.
Whew, you've changed your tune, haven't you?
Well, one of us has got to.
I'll leave you to get on then. I'll just go and finish my breakfast.
Yeah, don't let your cornflakes get cold, kid. Hey, talking about breakfast, you know what I mean?
When I finish this, love, I've only got one pair of hands, you know.
Of course you have, my sweet, and very nice too, just the right number.
Bert, they haven't told you yet.
Yeah, I heard them moving about.
There's something I don't know.
What? What don't you know, my sweet?
There's something up between them two. No, I don't mean a row. I mean, there's something secret.
They're in love, that's all. Like us two.
How long before it'll show?
You can always say it's wind. Oh, yeah, I meant to ask you. Did you say to that doctor about, well, you know, about being on the pill?
Said he must have forgotten it.
Oh?
Yesterday. Said it happens all the time.
Hey, it's great, isn't it? Years of medical research, millions spent on development, and you forget to take it.
Are you glad?
Yeah, of course I am.
Stuff, though, isn't it?
What?
Well, we don't want it to happen. We try to stop it happening. Well, when I remember, that is.
Yeah.
Then when it does happen, we're dead sure.
But, what about the house, though?
What about it?
Well, they only give us a mortgage because we're both earning, so...
They'll still give it us.
But can we afford it?
Well, there'll be 3 of us then. We'll send him out to work.
Hey, we'll get the paper round.
With a little bag on his back.
Hey, come on, you. We better get back to work. Never mind him. What?
Oh, I can't help it. I can't stop smiling. If I go down like this, they're bound to guess.
Well, we'll tell him now if you like.
No, tonight. We'll tell him tonight.
Come on, then. I'll tell you what. We stop smiling. We both look dead miserable, right?
Here you are, sweetheart. What do you say? Good girl. Mind you don't spill it. Oh, Emily. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
No.
No, I just found this card on the mantelpiece. It's got Arnold's name on it.
Oh.
Well, should it go with his file or what?
Oh, it's just something he left last night.
Left you his card, eh?
It can be thrown away.
Well, it's got some names on the back and a phone number.
It's the name of his stockbroker and some shares he was advising me to put money into.
Oh. It's another world, isn't it? Stocks and shares. I never got any further than family allowances and post office savings accounts myself. Still, if you've got Arnold to advise...
I haven't got Arnold to advise. I mean, I shan't be seeing him again. Not socially.
Why ever not?
Well, I just decided I'd rather not, that's all.
You're not still thinking he's after your money, are you?
It does happen. There are people who do that sort of thing.
And have you phoned him up? Have you actually found out whether or not they know him?
No.
You've just got this stupid idea. And did you tell him last night that you thought he was after your money?
I think that what I said to Arnold last night is my business.
Yes, of course it is.
Well, then.
But are you aware of how much different you've been since you've been seeing him? How much happier? And now just because you've got this daft idea...
Deirdre, please.
And you know why, don't you? Because you just cannot believe that it's just you that he likes. Just Emily Bishop. Not Emily Bishop and her 14,000 quid.
Oh, Deirdre, please, you'll upset Tracy.
Oh, Tracy's not upset, are you, love? No, but she would be if she was old enough to know what you were doing.
I shan't be seeing him again.
Well, I wish I could afford to turn away chaps as nice.
And I really don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Hey, I've been thinking.
Go on.
Well, she shouldn't be shop steward as well.
Oh.
I mean, now she's being made up for supervisor.
Oh, aye.
I should be.
You, what should you be?
Well, I come second in flexion yard.
Well, there were only two of you, stuff.
Well, it don't alter the fact to come second.
Hey, what's she here now? See what she's asking.
Ivy.
What?
I don't want to word.
What is it?
Well, we've been thinking, I don't think it's right. It should be a shop steward and supervisor as well.
Hey, no, you could start arguing with yourself, you know. Drive yourself daft in the end if you're not careful. You think somebody else ought to be shop steward then?
Well, I did come second.
Hey, mind you, we could have another vote, you know. I mean, I could stand. You? Well, I am biggest, if no else.
Well, all right, Ivy. You go and tell Mr. Baldwin. Tell him I've agreed. From now on, you can be shop steward.
Do you mean it?
Why shouldn't I?
Right, I will.
That was a bit quick, wasn't it? I mean, we could have another vote, you know.
Oh, what, all that faffing about again? No,
Well,
thank
thoughts
you
of
very
me standing, wasn't it? Admit it, it wasn't it?
Well, we've been talking like it's been agreed I'll be new shop steward.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
And of course, now we have a supervisor, she's the one to deal with. So you can fight it out between you, all right?
Well, look, I mean, Zip's not straighter out, is it?
Oh, hey, I'd tell her if I were you.
Well, I mean, it's a bit...
Well, if I were in your shoes, I'd tell her. Hey, Ada, Ivy wants a word.
What is it?
Well, it's this work.
What's up with it?
Well, everything's up with it. I mean, Zip's not straight.
Yeah, look, M's uneven.
M's uneven.
And how long have you been telling us how to do his job?
Well, since our painter
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday. Shut up, Vera.
Well, you just want to go and look at your own work before you start looking at other folks'.
Ladies, please.
Well, it's her, Mr. Baldwin. She's trying to say this work's not good enough.
Well, just have a look at it, Mr. Baldwin, and see what you think.
I don't have to look at it, Ivy.
Thank you.
You're the supervisor. You set the standards. If the work's not good enough for her, it's not good enough for me.
Thank you, Mr. Baldwin. Hey, I've been on these machines just as long as she has.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ida. If you feel strongly about it, why don't you complain to your shop steward, eh?
36 years ago.
Doesn't seem it, does it?
Come Friday. Am I right, Ken?
June the 6th, 1944.
I remember the headlines. The greatest armada that ever set sail.
Were you told, I mean, at the time, were you told it was the D-Day invasion?
Yeah. But we weren't told when.
Oh, I see.
Then all of a sudden it was just happening. We were at sea.
Here, sit there, love.
It's all right. I'm not going to flake out or anything.
Yeah, I know, but you've been...
I just felt sick.
Yeah, but you weren't actually
No.
the way.
Anyway, it was hours ago. I wish I hadn't told you.
Hello, love, all right. Warm enough for you, is it?
Yeah, fine.
Are we going to have a drink?
Yeah, right, what do you want?
An orange. Still not drinking, Elder?
Well, not drinking in here now. It's his day to do in Clegg Street, you see, so I'll not have got past dog and duck.
Well, that's a relief. I thought you'd had an accident when I saw you by yourself.
Oh, that's it. 21p, please, lovey.
Thanks, love.
What were your half doing on D-Day?
You what?
I was just talking about the war.
Oh.
Yes. Made me think of my Cyril. he went across, you know. The Normandy invasion. Ah, that's where he got wounded.
Stan were in the desert, of course, fighting Rommel. By himself? Oh, you can have your little joke, but he went through it, did Stan. No, he were what was known as a desert rat.
Oh. I don't think Alf saw that.
No, well.
He were only just 18 when it were nearly over. He went to France. Yes, I know he went to France.
Oh, but you didn't have the heat and the flies in France. No, you want to hear Stan talk about the way the sweat used to roll down him. Rivers of it. Oh. Now, you're not telling me they sweated like that in France.
Yes. My ship was packed. I mean, the decks were solid with men and equipment.
Some of whom never came back.
No, well.
It's hard to imagine what those young men went through.
Well, if you find that hard, you try thinking what it were like for us.
Indeed, Mr. Tetlock.
20 years old I were, not some. Battlers some. None of you lot know what that were like. By H you don't.
I know I said tonight.
Hey, it suits me either way, love.
Shall we tell them now? They'll be at home having the dinner, won't they?
Yeah, they should be, yeah.
Come on. I can ring my mum from there and all.
Oh, hello. I'd like to speak to someone about possible investments. Yes. Well, I was recommended, actually, by a Mr. Swain, a Mr. Arnold Swain.
Hey, up, look who's here.
Hey, I haven't got you nothing to eat.
Oh, we don't want anything to eat.
Oh, aye, just a social call, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we thought we'd come and sit down for half an hour, you know. Anyway, it's cheaper than Rove, isn't it?
Oh, aye, is that all right?
Are you sure you've eaten, though, properly, both of you?
Well, actually, I could manage a sarnie if there's one going.
Brian!
Yeah.
Do you know, if he was feeling peckish, he'd take the toffees out of a baby's mouth, he would. Oh, come on, it's not that funny. What are you laughing at, eh? Come on, what are you laughing at? Well, do you know what's funny, love?
No. We wanted you to be the first to know.
Well,
I'm going to have a baby.
A baby? Hey, love, it's thingy, that. It's fabulous.
Oh, come
Congratulations.
here. Oh,
Do you know
love.
we're delighted for you both?
Love,
We both
that
are.
is the best present you could have brought us. Oh, you little love.
No reply?
Oh, never mind, love.
You'll probably catch you later, kid.
I hope so. You never know, will you, Mum?
Now, who wants another cup of tea? Because I know I do.
I tell you what, Mum, I could manage that cake if you're not eating it.
Oh, no, love, I'm too excited to eat it. You finish it for me.
Hey, Guts, you're not the one eating for two, you know.
You'll have another cup, won't you, love?
Please.
Tell you what, kid, it should be champagne, be right.
Hey, no matter what it is, does it, love?
No.
What you wanted, then?
Like starting all over
Sugar
again.
and spice and all things nice. And
I wish I could get them baby clothes when I'm in town, Brian. Still never mind, we can buy them.
One of each.
A bit of pride.
Yeah, you'd have your hands full then, and no mistake. Oh, no, no. Not unless you count them 2 pot cats of his Auntie Alice's. No, Tilsleys have always come one at a time, love, like rare, precious stones.
Hey, Gail, you know what you were saying about, us being first shift told?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think it'd be better if you don't sell to anybody else for a while?
Why?
Because, that's why. Well, I mean, apart from your mum, just till, that you're sure that everything's going to be all right.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Hey, how far are you on?
Just over 2 months.
Oh.
Hey, have you got plenty of carrots in?
Carrots?
Yeah. Well, when Ivy was carrying our Brian, she ate carrots every day. Well, it was so he'd be able to see in the dark.
It was so's he would have good eyes, nothing to do with seeing in dark. It was just something everybody said,
Yeah, there was only one person that I ever knew, though, that was daft enough to believe that.
Well, there's no wrong with his eyes, though. Say what you like. Brian, have you ever had aught wrong with your eyes?
My eyes? No.
3 whole carrots a day she used to eat. It worried me, you know what I mean? I used to sit there watching her, and she got bigger and bigger, and I thought, there can't be any room for a baby in there. It's all carrots, is there?
Emily, can I interrupt again for a second?
Of course.
Only I've got a confession to make.
You mean that rice pudding came out of a tin?
Yeah, well, it did as a matter of fact, but it's not that. You know when you went out to shop earlier on?
Yes.
Well, I phoned that number. You know, the stockbroker's number that Arnold left.
Oh.
I know I shouldn't have done, but...
What did they say?
Well, what they said was that any friend of Mr. Swain's was a friend of theirs. Well, more or less, anyway. That all the investments he put down for you were spot on, and that Emily Bishop had been wrong about him. Well, that's me saying that bit, not them. So, you can hit me over the head with that book if you like.
No, I'm glad you rang.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
All it was, I was frightened of being made a fool of.
Yeah, we most of us are.
Well, now I've gone and made a fool of myself, so serves me right, I suppose.
Give Arnold a ring.
No.
Why not?
Oh, I couldn't, not on the phone.
Well then, go and see him. He'll be in his shop now, won't he? Look, go and see him now, if only for my sake. Stop me feeling guilty about phoning up behind your back.
I'll have to tell you, kid. I'm bursting to tell somebody.
What?
Promise me you won't say a word. Look, I won't breathe a word. There's going to be a baby in family. Not you. I mean, not you. Don't be so daft. Oh, I was going to say, kid. No, it's our Gail. She's found out she's carrying. She found out yesterday. Oh, Gail. Oh, that's great, kid. That's great. It's due about Christmas. Well, I'm right pleased for her. Hey, and they're sorted, kid, both of them. Well, she'll make a bonny picture, won't she, pushing her pram? Hey, you won't say out, though, will you? Hey, I'll knit her some. Ask her what she wants, kid. I'll knit her some little booties or something. Oh, no, there's no rush. Like I say, it's not due till Christmas. You haven't seen my knitting, have you? It'll take me till then to knit 1 foot.
Hey, can I have a word with you?
What is it? Well, listen, I'll get out of your way across Wilby's while you have your top-level confab.
Well, me and girls have been talking. We want to know what you're going to do about this idea about that shopping hour.
Oh, they do they?
Well, Pauline Stringer seemed to think we should have it.
Oh, it's a pity she's not still here then, isn't it?
Well, I can't remember you being again it. Still, you might have changed your mind since you've become a supervisor.
I don't see why I should.
I mean, you agree?
Yeah, I'm going to have a word with myself if you just hold your horses.
Oh, when?
As soon as everybody's sat at their machines and there's some work being done.
Fair enough.
Oh, thank you very much, love. See you next week.
Yes, okay.
Bye. I wonder if I could speak to Mr. Swain, please. That was yes. Who shall I say? Mrs. Bishop. Emily. Oh, Arnold, there's Mrs. Bishop for you. He's told me a lot about you, actually. Oh, yeah, you run the secretarial bureau.
Yes.
Yes.
Emily.
Hello.
Oh, nice to see you here.
Well, I thought rather than phone.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, and Emily, this is my sister, Flora.
You do? Hello.
I've told you about Emily.
Oh, yes.
Well, then. Well, let me introduce you to some of the stock, and then perhaps we can have some tea. You can stay a little while, can't you? Oh, well. Come and meet a couple of the family. 2 of the nicest gerbils you could ever wish to bump into.
I'm not against the idea in principle.
You know?
No. I must admit I was a bit upset the way Miss Stringer tried to put it across without my say-so, but, well, I know you wouldn't do that.
Well, no, I couldn't, could I?
Yeah, but it's got to be done properly, you know. A rota, people sticking to it. I mean, I don't want Vera waltzing in and out of here every hour of the day and night.
No, a proper rota.
All right, then. Go on, fix it.
You mean it?
Well, I wouldn't say it if I didn't, would I? And shall I tell you why I'm saying it?
Why?
Gets you established with that lot out there, don't they? First thing they've asked you to do, and you do it.
Well, thanks, Mr. Holloway.
And in return, well, what have we... No, hang on, now listen. They're already on a 39-hour week, right?
Yeah.
Now, this makes it 38. I don't want any of them coming in and moaning that their bonus has dropped.
Oh, no. There'll be no falling production. I'll see to that.
Hoped you'd say that.
Shall I go and tell him then?
Yeah, go on. Oh, and Arnold, don't forget that bit about keeping production up.
No, I won't.
Asphrenimus garamia. Fond of tomatoes and bananas, you know.
Oh,
Thank you for the financial advice. It's not something I've ever been much good at.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Anyway, let's see about that tea now, shall we?
There was just one thing I wanted to say as well.
Oh, yes, what was that then?
I'm sorry if I was off-putting last night.
Lady's privilege. Made all the more delightful by seeing you here today.
Time to admit the thirsty throng, I think, Elizabeth.
Right, Mrs. Walker. Hey, let's see who'll be first off the mark tonight.
Well, it's all right. I've not come in for a drink.
Aw.
Just brought your magazine around, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, how good of you, dear.
Well, it came in this afternoon, so I thought I'd just have a walk around.
Thank you,
it.
babe. Oh, dear, it's got to be like an oven in there.
It always does.
Well, you want to get him told. Get him to put some air conditioner in.
Oh, you must be joking.
Or free house lollies or something.
How does that, is it?
Oh, kid, you don't know meaning the sweated labour till you've looked over there, Betty.
Give us a longer line, Bet. Right, lovey.
Yeah, I'll have to say,
Okay.
Hey, you know this hour often I was shopping?
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm not one of your high-level negotiators like you and Ida, but it strikes me that Ayatollah Baldwin's put one over on us.
How'd you ring that?
Well, look, we're working an hour less, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're still going to have to produce the same amount of work. So it strikes me that the only difference is we're going to have to work harder.
Oh.
Well, I must be making tracks now.
Well, thank you very much for your trouble, dear.
Oh, that's all right.
Evening, Mr. Walker. Mavis.
Hello.
It's been a nice day, hasn't it?
Lovely.
So, what will you have to drink then?
Oh, no, not for me, thanks. I just came to deliver Mrs. Walker's magazine.
Indeed you did. Now, is it half a pint of bitter?
No, a pint, I think, Mrs. Walker. You sure you won't?
No, I must be going, actually. Anyway, it's a bit early in the day for me as far as alcohol's concerned.
Never before sunset, eh?
Oh, not a lot after either.
Oh, look, while you're here, I'd like to ask you about displaying some posters.
Oh, all right, Captain Baldwin has been clever, as per usual, but I don't see what anybody's got to complain about.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
Well, I mean, we've still got his hour off.
Ah, aye.
Oh, I'm still talking to him now, your supervisor.
As long as he watches his manners.
I thought I'd find you two in here.
Hey, we've deserved this, believe you me.
Well, nobody said you've not, have they?
Hey, what does it feel like now you're going to be a granddad?
Not so bad.
Anyway, you know me. Wild horses won't drag it out my mouth.
Well, I don't think it's going to come to that, love. Right, either of you two want another drink, then?
We've just got one of those.
All right.
Now, what did you have to go and say that for?
I know, I wasn't thinking, were
No.
I? Anyway, you know what I'm like. My mouth works faster than my brain.
Half a bitter, Mrs. Walker, please. Hello, all right. Hey, we don't often see you in here at this time, Mavis.
No.
Well, you don't want to get in bad habits, you know. I mean, you might just finish up in the same league as Kenny.
Look, I didn't come in for a drink. I only came to bring Mrs. Walker's magazine.
Indeed you did, dear.
And now I'm going.
Do you know, that's a better excuse than the one I usually have, isn't it?
Goodbye.
Oh, so that's where you get to, doing some quiet supping while we're off.
Look, I've been delivering Mrs. Walker's magazine. That's all I have been doing. But I can promise you this, I won't be doing it again.
I'm not even married to her.
Don't usually have afternoon tea, but I must say I
Makes a
enjoyed
change.
it. It was lovely.
See you next Tuesday then.
Yes,
I'll pick you up about 7.
I shall look forward to it.
I'll let you into a little secret, shall I? I nearly tore up those tears this morning.
Oh.
And then I looked at my horoscope.
It said I'd be coming round, did it?
No, it said a bad day for friendship, and it's always wrong. Always. So I said, don't tear them up, Arnold, I thought. There's hope yet. Oh, well, goodbye, Emily.
Goodbye.
Oh, by the way, this is Amanda.
Oh, hello. She's not sulking today, then.
Oh, no, fighting fit now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, love, that's all we've got today. Oh, I'll get the evening feed, shall I?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind.
So, that's Emily, then.
Yes.
Seems very nice.
I'm glad you think so. Very glad.
You'll have to try again later, love, when you come back.
Yeah, knowing me, Mum, the baby will be born before I get a chance to tell her.
Come on, then. Aye, go and enjoy your picture. Get yourselves off out while you've still got the chance,
Yeah. See you later. Ta-ra.
Yeah.
Ta-ra, love. Hey, Brian, you'll make sure you take good care of her.
Hey, of course I will. See ya.
Ta-ra, then.
Ta-ra, love. Oh. Hey, Bert.
What?
How Brian with a baby of his own.
Yeah,
Hey, girl looks well and all, doesn't she?
very lovely.
You know what, love?
What?
I'm glad they got married now.
Eh? I should think you are now.
I shall say a prayer for her tonight.
Yeah, you do that, love. I mean, let's face it, you're going to need a prayer or two before this lot's over, aren't they?
How do you mean?
Well, it's not going to be all plain sailing, is it? It never is.
What do you mean with this house business?
Yeah, that and jobs and the rest of it. I mean, they're up in the clouds now, aren't they, bless them? But they've got to come down to earth, haven't they? And when they do, by heck, they've got a lot to face.
Oh, walnut, love, will you?
Hang on, love. Hang on. In you come.
Thanks, love. Now, not come to bite shop, just come to ask you. When bread van comes, will you save me a malt, love?
Yes, of course I will. Just the one?
Go on, I'll have to. Len's a bit partial to malt bread.
By heck, no wonder he's putting weight on.
Oh, Alf, you should talk.
Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with a bit of poundage, as long as it's well distributed.
There's plenty round here worse than my Len. Mentioning no name.
Morning. Did your Len say anything about me this morning?
No, I don't think so. No, as a matter of fact, there's been no bad language in our house this morning.
Oh, now, come on. You know he thinks the world of me. Anyway, listen, tell him if he's got any jobs at that, I'll be in Oggie's yard.
I will. Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra.
Yes, Eddie. What can I do for you?
Aha. Ask not what you can do for me. Ask your lucky selves what Eddie can do for you.
Hey?
I thought of you immediately. Alf and Reen, they know what's what, I said. And without further ado, I whipped out the Eddies and snapped it up.
He's selling something.
No, thank you, Eddie.
Now, hang on. You haven't seen it yet. It's in Oggie's yard. You'll flip when you see it, Reen.
I'm not interested.
Look, whatever it is, Eddie, we don't want to know.
Look, hang on. That's how you miss bargains. It's a chair. It's a very special chair.
Oh, aye, well, you go sit on it.
Right. Don't come crying to me, that's all. Don't say you never had the chance.
Why don't you go and see the doctor, love? Look, we had this chap at work. His missus was suffering from morning sickness, so the doctor gave her some pills and she was fine.
Hey. She doesn't want to go taking pills. They're in her condition. You don't know what they can do.
Look, Mum, I didn't say all sorts of pills. I said, look, if she's feeling bad...
Not that bad.
Yeah, but you want to be careful with pills, Gail. I mean, things you hear about these side effects, you never know what they can do. They can affect baby. It's same with smoking, isn't it? Mind you, you don't do that, do you, love? So that's a good thing. But you've got to watch with these things, love.
I know that.
Or too much drinking. Mind you, I'm not saying that odd glass or two will do you any harm, you know. In fact, come to think of it, you could do worse than start drinking stout. You know, just one or two.
Gail, ate stout, Mum.
Look, you don't have to tell me what I can eat and what I can't eat. I'm not daft.
Well, I'm not saying you are, love. I mean, I want to try and help, you know, give you a few tips. After all, I have been through it all. You haven't.
Yeah, I know. And when I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
Well, if you're not going to eat your breakfast, love, I might as well have it.
Hello, Chief. You looking for me?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to Emily Bishop's. What the hell have you got there?
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, what is it?
It's what they call a hanging chair.
You what?
A hanging chair. It's a genuine antique, that.
Somebody's been having you on, mate. They don't hang people sitting down. You're thinking about the Yanks, but they have an electric chair for that. Where's the plug on that?
Oh, don't show your ignorance, mate. Every sophisticated living room has one of them. Your Rita would love it. I can just see her now, swinging gently backwards and forwards in the evening. Why don't you treat her?
On your bike.
Look, when I've finished painting that, it'll look great. You'll be the talk of the neighbourhood.
I deserve to be buying a thing like that. You'll never flog that round here.
Of course I will.
Well, you eckers like you're going to be lumbered with that. Still, it'll come in next November the 5th, won't it?
Listen, if I can't sell that, I'll jump on the bonfire with it.
Thanks very much, Betsy.
Okay, Doc.
Well, I think Gail's a sensible girl. You've no need to worry about her doing anything stupid.
Yeah, well, she can always learn something, can't she? I mean, let's face it, Bert, I've been through all she's going through. If she's a sensible girl, she'll not turn her nose up at good advice.
Yeah, well, let her ask for it, you know what I mean?
Oh, you think I should sit there with my mouth shut then while she does something stupid?
No, my sweet, because she's not going to do anything stupid, is she?
Look, Bert, I know you think I interfere, love, but I am thinking of her as well, not just that baby.
Yeah, well, I know you mean well, love.
I keep thinking about when I lost... Well, could have been our Brian's sister.
I know, love, I know. But, you know, you don't want to mention that to her, do you? She's bound to be feeling jittery any road. I mean, she's not going to want to hear about losing babies now, is she?
Bert, what do you take me for?
Well, I mean...
Hello, lovey. Nice to see you. How are you keeping?
Oh, I'm a lot better now, thank you. But I just thought I'd have a walk round here, a bit of a change for lunch.
What have you thought right now? Come on, what do you fancy?
Now, I'm going to have a lager and lime, please, and a hot pie.
Right, coming up.
Well, it's that mortgage that worries me, kid.
I am, me.
To tell you the truth, I was worried about it before, but now, what with the baby and all, you know.
Well, they were banking on our wages, weren't they?
Yeah, but I don't see how they can manage it, love.
It's our Brian said on.
No, not yet. I keep hoping he's going to mention it.
Wait forever if you wait for our Brian to mention it. Look, Bert, you'll have to talk to him, love. I mean, they'll have to start making different plans.
Well, they'll have to find somewhere cheaper then, won't they? That's all. Hey, there's a house going in Maudsley Street, you know. I mean, it's half the price.
Oh, it's a bit rough, Bert, isn't it? Maudsley Street.
Oh, it's all right. Well, so are you, any road. What do you call this?
Well, no, I agree with you, love, but it's Gail and Brian that'll turn the noses up, isn't it? Hey, can I ask you something?
What?
Well, if you had to, could you put with a crying kid round the house?
What, you mean them two stopping on after she's had the baby?
Well, if they have to, you know, just till they get on their feet, get somewhere cheaper. Could you?
I suppose so, yeah. But could you?
Hey, listen, we'll have to go, love, because I'll be waiting for his dinner.
Oh.
Aye. Morning, Mrs. Walker. Could I have a pint of your very excellent bitter, please?
Certainly.
You're a good judge, aren't you, Mrs. Walker?
I like to think so, Mr. Yates.
And I think so too. That's why I'm giving you first refusal.
Now, if you're trying to sell me something...
Oh, no, Mrs. Walker, no, we're practically giving it away. It's a chair, you see, these hanging basket chairs. Only it's hardly been sat in. The previous owner, you see, well, he was hardly home. Hardly. Anyway, it looked lovely in your parlour.
Mr. Yates, I have bitter experience of your bargains. I shall not easily forget the carpet you sold me.
Oh, yeah, but this is different.
Indeed it is. Once bitten, twice shy. Mr. Yates, if I were dying of thirst in the desert, you could not sell me a bottle of water.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Walker. Do you know, she's prejudiced against me. If I was a woman, I could have her up before a tribunal.
Eddie, did I hear you say it were a hanging basket chair?
Yeah. I mean, if she was dying of thirst in the desert, I'd give her the water, wouldn't I? Well, I would have done, until what she just said.
No, it's something I've always wanted, a hanging chair.
Are you having me on?
No, I'd like to hear more about it.
Your dad's talking sense, you know, Brian. You want to listen to him.
Look, Brian, the point is, there's no way you're going to carry that damn great big mortgage on your wage alone.
Well, we think we can manage it.
Well, face facts, Brian. I mean, to say you're not going to have Gail's wage coming in, are you? You're just going to have to lower your sights, son. Any road, it's not the end of the world, is it?
He's right, Brian.
Well, I don't know, look. I'll have a chat with Gail and see what she thinks.
Well, certainly you must talk to Gail about it. Look, I mean, from now on, you're a breadwinner. I mean, you have to make the decisions, won't you?
Hello, love.
Hey, love, hey, what are you doing home?
Hello, love. Are you still feeling rotten?
No, I'm feeling a lot better, thanks. I just popped out from work to tell you I finally got hold of my mum and told her about the baby.
Oh, I bet she's pleased as punch, isn't she?
Well, she thought I was having her on at first, but she wants to come straight over, so I said if she was coming all that way, she'd better come for a tea. Is that all right?
What, today? Well, it'll have to be all right, won't it? No. Go on, 'cause it's all right.
Hey, look, do you want a cup of tea before you dash back?
Oh, yes, please. It'd be nice to sit down. It's all going, that coffee.
Well, Gail, I've been thinking you begin your job up soon, won't you, love? I mean, it's going to be too much for you, isn't it?
Well, we thought I'd keep on working as long as possible, didn't we, Brian?
Yeah.
Love, we've been talking and, well, what were you having this baby like? Well, you do know it means you'll only have Brian's wage coming in. Well, have you thought, Chuck? I mean, how are you going to manage this mortgage?
Well, if I go straight back to work after the baby's born.
Back to work? Well, who's going to have Babby if you go back to work, love?
Well, we haven't worked it all out yet.
Oh, no, it's not on, Gail. I mean, you might think it is now, love, but once that baby's born, I mean, it changes everything. Everything's different, love.
We're only trying to help you, know, love. I hope you know that, even though we might be saying things you're not very pleased to hear, but finding that sort of money, love, well, it's just going to be too much for you. I mean, it's going to cripple you. It'll worry you to death, you know. Look, you're both young, aren't you? I mean, these should be the best years for you. Not weighed down with the load of debts and bowed down with the worry of it, having to scrape for every penny, having to go without things. I mean, there's no need for it, you know.
I can see the sense in that.
I mean, there's other houses, Gail, you know, cheaper than this one that you want.
I mean, to say there's one going in Maudsley Street.
I don't want to live in Maudsley Street.
Well, no, perhaps not, look, but I mean, there's other places. They're nice houses and all. Look, Gail, I know you want this house, love, but you can't afford it. You really can't.
You see, finding that mortgage, love, it was always going to be one hell of a struggle for you, even before the baby, but now... But look, love, if you don't find the sort of house you want...
I thought we had.
Gail, if you want to, after, I mean, you can stop on here, you know. I mean, me and Bert don't mind.
That's if you need to, you know. I mean, it's up to you. You can always get your deposit back, you know. But I do think you ought to forget about that house.
I think he's right, love.
It's very nice.
Don't touch it, Maeve. It's still wet, you know.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You don't see many of them about, you know. I mean, people who've got them, like, swear by them. Then again, them that have got them don't want to part with them.
Oh, well, I was looking at a picture on in a magazine just recently, and I remember thinking, oh, it's ever so stylish.
It's not nicked, you know.
I never said it was.
Oh, only most people around here think that if I'm flogging it, it's got to have fallen off the back of a lorry.
Oh, I can assure you, Eddie, I never thought any such thing.
Oh, no, it's dead legit, that. Dead legit. I could sell that to the chief constable with a clear conscience and an open heart.
So bet he could. How much is it?
Yeah, well, it cost me a lot, really, Maeve. Set me back quite a bundle. I couldn't let that go cheap, I'm afraid.
Well, how much do you want?
Well, I couldn't let it go for less than, well, it'd have to be at least 20 quid.
Right.
I mean, even though it's you know, I'd like to let it go for less, but, you know, I'm making nothing on it, you see. And even that I'm making nothing on it. I mean, I definitely couldn't go below that.
I said all right.
What, you'll have it?
Yes.
20 quid?
Yes, I said so.
Oh.
Yeah, what, you back to the cab?
No, it's all right. You'll be late.
Well, I'll see you later then.
Brian, I don't want to live with your mum. Not with the baby as well.
Hang on a minute, love. Now, look, we'll not stop there. We'll find a place of our own.
But you were agreeing with your dad in there.
Yeah, well, to be honest, love, I can't say we're going to be able to afford that house.
It set me heart on it.
I know that, love. I know. Look, we sort something out.
I want my own place.
Hey, so do I. Just as much as you do. Now, look, we've got to have a good talk about this, okay? Stop worrying. See you later, eh? Bye.
See ya.
Clever trees manage to grow apples and oranges at the same time.
Got a visitor, Emily.
Well, I hope I haven't caught you at a bad time, but I was just passing nearby, so I thought I'd pop in. Hello, young lady. Hello.
No, you're very welcome. Would you like a cup of tea? There's some in the pot, but I think it'd be a bit cold by now. But still, I can put the kettle.
No, I mustn't stop. I'm needed back at the shop. But I just wondered if you were doing anything tonight.
Tonight? Oh, well, no, nothing really.
So I also wondered if you'd like an evening out.
Well, that would be very nice. Yeah, you hadn't made any plans to go out, had you, Deirdre?
Me? No, definitely not.
I'd babysit for Deirdre, as you know, if she's made arrangements.
No, I haven't made any plans. But I think Tracy has, haven't you, love? You're going to a party at Sandra's around tea time.
Well, what about 6:30, Emily? All right?
Fine.
Right, I'll be off then.
Oh, I've just had a thought. I hope you don't think I'm being cheeky.
No, of course not. Go on.
Well, when you two go out tonight, would you mind going in the Rovers for half an hour and taking me with you? I mean, don't worry, I'm not going to tag along after that. I'm not going to play gooseberry or anything. It's just that I fancied half an hour in the Rovers, and you don't like going in on your own, do you?
Well, that'll be fine by me.
Of course. Oh, great. Gets me out the house for half an hour, doesn't it?
Ta, love.
Ta-ra. Baked beans small.
I've got them, love.
Tomato soup.
Right, just the fellow I want to see. Why? Hey, do you remember Councillor Sugden? Little chap, got a tash. Must be, what, over 60.
What about him?
He's getting wet again.
At his age? He's hopeful, isn't he?
Ah, it depends who you're marrying, though, doesn't it? Do you remember that girl in the Highways Department office? Dark hair. Barbara.
What, with a face like a melted welly?
No, the other one, Barbara.
You don't mean the good-looking one with the
She's
big...
wedding him.
Hey, get out!
It's true. I heard it at council this morning.
By the heck. You talk about women gossiping. You two could give him a lesson.
We're not gossiping. We're merely reflecting on the deep depths of the hidden personalities.
Yes, when women do it, it's called gossiping. Hello, Ivy. Hello, love.
Hey, what are you doing walking the streets you're supposed to be working on? You the Baldwin babes aren't on strike again, are they?
Are they echoes like?
Hey, you just said that. By gum, you've changed since they gave you that management job.
Now, listen, don't you try provoking me. The girls are working well, and I trust them. I've just slipped across for a bit of vital shopping, love. Give me a large tin of salmon and a pound of tomatoes.
Oh, I think company then.
She's having Mike Baldwin to tea. Made you a director, has he, love?
And you can stop it and all. Now it's Gail's mother that's descending on us. Hardly any warning.
It's always the case.
Never mind, love. You'll be able to do a bit of gossiping.
Come here. Oh, what's all this then, eh? First, now are you sure?
Positive. I've had the tests.
Well, I don't suppose you planned it, did you?
No, of course not.
Oh, heck, you must take after me. It must be a family weakness. When's it due?
About Christmas.
Oh, what a present. Well, now, let's have a look at you.
Oh, Mum.
Well, you're not showing.
No, of course not. It's too early.
Well, you will do. Being slim like you are, you'll be enormous. I was the same carrying you. I don't think you're full of the joys of motherhood exactly.
No, I'm all right. I'm just a bit off.
Sick? Oh, I was exactly the same.
And we might have to lose the house. Oh, Mum, I'm glad you're here.
Come on now, come on. It's all right. It's all right, I'm here.
Be careful, Eddie. Oh, will you put it down over there? The paint is dry, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't be carrying it if it was wet, would I?
Say, look at it. It looks good, doesn't it? You know, it'll be the making of this room.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
When it's hanging up there and I'm swaying to and fro in it, because it'll be very therapeutic. And the beauty of it is, when I want to vacuum, I don't have to shift it about.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Maeve, are you sure you don't want to change your mind?
No, I don't want to change my mind. Got your money already, Eddie. It's £20, like we said. Thank you. Eddie, would you fix it up for me? I'll pay you for your time, of course.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. All right.
Fine.
Look, Mavis, is there a catch in this or something?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just that as soon as I mentioned it to you, you said you'd have it. I didn't have to talk you into it.
No.
And when I said the price, you didn't even haggle.
No.
Well, there's not much fun in selling things to people if they don't haggle, you know.
Well, I'm sorry, Eddie. I just wanted it.
Yeah, all right. I suppose it's not your fault. It's just that I don't know. When you're selling things, if you don't have a bit of argy-bargy, well, I just feel I've been twisted.
Mrs. Walker. Evening. Hello, Lily.
Hello, Betty.
Yes, it's a nice little place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very handy and the staff are very nice.
Yes, you're very friendly, aren't you, Betty?
Well, we do as best.
What do you have, Emily?
Medium sherry.
Medium sherry and Deirdre?
Oh, lager and lime, please.
Yes, and half a bitter, please.
Right. Emily, how nice to see you, dear. Quite a stranger these days.
Yes, well, we've been very busy, haven't we, dear?
No doubt.
That's good.
Yes, I don't think you know Mr. Swain, do you, Mrs.
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
How do you do?
I'm delighted to meet you. Any friend of Emily's is very welcome here. We think a lot about Emily. Are you local?
Well, near enough. Atherton Street, actually.
Oh, good, yes. Interesting name, Swain. You don't have any connections with Clitheroe?
Clitheroe? No, not that I'm aware of. No, Leicestershire way. Most of my family, originally.
85 pence, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Emily and I are old friends. Who is Emily? What is she?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm quoting, or rather misquoting, the well-known poem, Who is Sylvia? Who is Sylvia? What is she that all her swains commend her? You don't know it by any chance?
No, I don't think I do know that one. Mind you, I do have a liking for poetry, especially animal poetry.
Well, that's my line of country, you see, with having a pet shop.
An anniversary, yes. Must be quite a rich field. We have Burns on the humble mouse and Tiger.
I rather like the one about the cormorant. I expect you know that one.
The cormorant? No, it doesn't spring to mind.
The common cormorant or shag lays eggs inside a paper bag. The reason, you will see no doubt, it is to keep the lightning out. But what those unobservant birds have never noticed is that herds of wandering bears will come with buns and steal the bags to hold the crumbs.
Very good.
Excellent.
Shall we sit down then?
Yeah.
Hey, isn't he the bloke with the pet shop?
Yes, it seems very nice. Do you know we could do with a pet, Len?
You're talking about you've got one. Me, what more do you want?
What more do I want?
That's an interesting sort of man, Mr. Swain.
Yeah, I liked him.
All the same, not a bit like Ernest.
Well, none of us are, love. Touch wood.
Hey, pass your mum another cake, Gail.
Oh, no, thanks, Abby. I've had plenty. Now, you have it, Gail. You're eating for two now.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe, but I still don't feel very hungry.
Oh, you will. Listen, I know I did when I were having him. Mind you, he showed for it. Of a £9 he were born. Oh, he were a bonny little babby.
Don't go on about him, Mum. Look, it's embarrassing.
Yes, the less you have to say, the better, young man. Now, you are making grannies out of your mum and me, and we'll never forgive you.
I don't mind being a granny.
Oh, how about you, Bert? Now, are you looking forward to sleeping with one?
Pardon? Hey, I hadn't thought about that. Mind you, I don't get much sleep, do I, Tiger? Well, I'm off to work, God help me.
Have you got your sandwiches?
Yes, Ty, love. Hey, listen, nice to see you, love. Sorry I've got to dash off, but I do have to earn a bob or two, you know what I mean? Now, don't you be a stranger. You know where we live. Let's just see you a bit more often. All right?
Ta-ra. Ta-ra, love. See you. Hey, you'll have another cup of coffee, won't you?
Ivy, no, I couldn't have finished. Oh, no. I see you've started already, Gail. Though how you learnt in it, I don't know, because I never could.
It's not mine.
No, it's mine. You know, I thought I'd start something. I thought in white, and then you're all right wherever it is, aren't you?
Well, I suppose the whole street started knitting.
No, nobody knows about it yet.
Well, it doesn't do announcing it too soon, does it? I mean, I think it's always asking for trouble.
Oh, well, if it's still a family secret, I'm glad you told me. I'll not go blurting it out.
Hey, listen, Gail, I'll do washing up, love.
That's all right, I'll help you.
How about you, Bran? Are you looking forward to being a dad?
Oh, I don't know. It's not really hit me yet.
Oh, well, it soon will. Wait till you're up helping with the nappies in the middle of the night.
I don't think I mind all that. But still, we'd sooner it hadn't happened for a year or two, though.
Oh, well, you know what they say. The best laid plans. Or is it the best planned laid? I never remember.
No, we don't. We'd sooner got the house sorted out first, and then had the baby a year or two later, you know. But that's the way it is now, isn't it?
Oh, well, it doesn't have to be, does it? Not these days. I mean, you can choose, you and Gail. Maybe you ought to think about that.
Hello, love.
Hi.
You in early?
Elsie said I could come home.
Oh, why is that? You're not feeling well?
A bit off.
Oh, is it is it?
Yeah.
I thought that's only supposed to happen in the morning.
That's what they call it, but nobody's told my inside.
Hey, shall I put the kettle on?
Yeah. Go on, I'm feeling better now.
Hey, did you tell Elsie why?
No, why should I?
Well, I just thought she'd be the first one you'd tell, you know.
Oh, well, I didn't. She'll probably guess soon, knowing her anyway.
Well, I'm glad you didn't anyway.
Why?
Well, I think you should keep it to yourself for a while, you know, like my mum says.
Matter, really.
Well, it's just in case, you know, like touching wood.
Well, I'm not going round telling everybody till I've got used to the idea myself. I keep thinking I'm going to have a baby.
Hey, we're going to have a baby.
Well, I'm the one feeling sick.
Well, I don't know, love. I mean, I can feel pretty sick about it myself. About the house and that.
Well, that's all the more reason why we should have the house.
It's easy saying that, love. Look, me dad's right. We've not got the money. We can't do it.
We don't have to give up that easy. We'll have to wait and see.
What is it to see, love?
Well, I'm not just chucking my job in, am I?
Look, you'll have to when it comes. Well, before it comes. I mean, you can't go waitressing when you're out there, can you? Oh, Gail, what do you have to go and forget your pills for? Oh, I'm sorry, love. I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you did.
There's my dad getting on. Come on, love, look. There are ways. We'll get round it. I'll take him a brew.
The only thing is, Eddie, now I've got used to it. It is a bit on the big side.
Well, it's got to be big, hasn't it, Maeve? So you can get inside, you see.
Yeah, but you want to be able to walk around it as well.
Well, look, will it do here? I mean, it'll be under the paling then.
Under me what?
Your paling, the big joist that goes across.
Well, then it'll keep banging into the sideboard.
Look, Mavis, this isn't just a chair, you know. This is a definite feature. You move the rest of the room to fit the chair.
You're right, Eddie. It's a whole new lifestyle.
Exactly.
Well, can it just go over a little bit more for the light?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be groping in the dark for your new lifestyle, do you?
No, I think it's better come over here. Can it go here?
All right, then.
Yeah, it would be possible.
Well, I said, didn't I?
Well, what does it go on?
Well, I'll put it on a couple of 4x2s over the joist.
Is it safe?
Look, Maeve, I'll be the test pilot. Will that satisfy you?
Mavis, papers need doing, love.
Hey, Rita. What do you think?
It takes up a lot of space, doesn't it?
Doesn't take any floor space up, though, does it?
Vacuum under it.
Oh, it's very nice. Mavis, what do you want to be up in the air for?
Well, it's just like a little retreat, you know, to be tucked up away from it all.
Yeah, like a sort of wickerwork womb.
Well, anyway, it's just a very nice thing.
I think it'll be a wonderful thing to have if we ever have a plague of ants. Come on, papers.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it then.
I thought you were going to fix it up for me.
Well, I will.
When?
Well, I'll fit it in, you know.
Look, as soon as possible.
I haven't got any gear.
As soon as possible, or I might just change my mind.
I'll go and get me gear.
There we are, then.
What have you done that up from?
Well, it's been behind gas meter for years.
Oh, I thought it was something to do with spiders.
Good racket, this.
What are you going to do with it?
Play tennis.
Are you? Who with?
You big lump.
Are you?
You can play tennis, can't you?
Well, what's brought this on?
Well, the record's on rec.
Oh, I can see me.
Yes, and so can I. You were the one who said don't waste the summer evenings. You don't want to sit there and rot. Get out, enjoy yourself, get some exercise.
I never said out about tennis.
You could do with exercise, get rid of that lot.
Hey, it's Billie Jean King, innit? I knew by the glasses.
And you can keep your wisecracks to yourself and all.
Can you see me bouncing about on the rec playing tennis?
I'd pay money to see it, mate. Anything but a laugh.
Exactly.
And the little shorts
You
and all.
don't need shorts.
Anyway, I don't even have a racket.
Look, all sorts of people have rackets hidden away.
Who do I know that's got a racket?
Well, don't look at me.
I wasn't.
There's funniest people have rackets you know they can lend you.
Now, you heard that. She said that, not me.
Look, you two, you never get out, do you, and do anything. You're frightened of being laughed at. You just stick there in rovers. And it shows. You're getting older, fatter and more boring. It's about time you did something about it.
Do you think... I mean, tell me honestly, do you think I should go in for a different sort of hairdo?
Like what?
Well, I don't know, but is it a bit sort of Mrs. Thatcherish?
Oh, don't be daft. You worry too much.
Well, you realise how long you've been stuck in the same mould.
Look, he likes you the way he found you.
Oh, it's not just that.
It is, you know.
Yes, I suppose it is.
You just concentrate on being you.
Oh, being me is stuck to me whether I like it or not.
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind.
Look, your trouble is that you just can't believe any man could be interested in you.
Yes, I suppose it's something of the kind.
Yes, you've too little opinion of yourself.
Well, I know what I am and what I'm not.
Oh, you've no idea, Emily. You've no idea at all.
You're getting far too fat, Wilberforce. You really are.
Well, I'm glad you took to her.
Well, I did. She seems a very nice kind of woman.
Out of the ordinary, isn't she?
Well, she must be. You've been a widower these how many years, and you've suddenly started taking an interest again, haven't you?
It's not such a bad idea, is it? Or don't you think so?
It's not what I think, Arnold. It's up to you.
It'd be more simple if it was. More up to her, really. I mean, I don't know that she sees all that much in me. Well, not so far as that goes. And why should she?
Hey, if you lot want feeding, you better get that table laid. Give Howard Ryan a nudge.
Yeah, I'll do.
Listen, he is perfectly capable. He stirs himself.
Hey, has anyone seen paper?
Yeah.
So, why is it women always sit on papers, eh? Do you know Ivy does it and all?
Sorry.
Oh, it's all right, love. It's just a mystery to me. You see, men never sit on papers.
No, this is on the bums reading and women never get chance.
Very true, my sweet. Shame, innit?
I just don't understand it, that's all.
What's that, love?
Why having a baby's got to be such a great disaster?
Oh, nobody said that, have they?
They think it just the same.
Yeah, come on.
It's what Brian thinks.
Who says?
Who says he thinks at all?
I'm being serious, he does.
I don't.
You keep saying it ruins everything.
I never said that.
You did.
It alters everything. That's what I said, and it does.
Hey, now, come on, you two, hey.
I'd like you to be happy I'm having a baby.
I am, love, I am.
Hey, now listen. Don't you fret yourself, because that's not what you want at all. You're still getting used to ideals. Now, you sit down.
Here, come on, I'll do that.
No, go on, I'll do it.
Okay.
It's the old story is this, you know. I mean, if you've got plenty of brass, well, it's wonderful, wonderful. But if you're working class, more often than not, it's a disaster having a baby. Mind you, it's usually a mistake, innit? You find out and you say, oh, lovely. And then you say, oh, well. Mind you, that's when most people I know send out the wedding invitations. Still, you two have got a flying start there, haven't you?
Hey, we never thought it were a disaster working class, or no.
Come on. We were staying at my mother's. I'd just come out of the Air Force. We were going to emigrate, remember?
We were thinking.
Thinking? We'd got all our stuff from Australia. Any road, it were a bombshell. Australia was out. I mean, she wasn't going to go, and that's all there was to it.
Listen, we never properly said we were going in first place.
Well, I was all for going. Anyway, one way or another, it wasn't exactly joyful tidings. And then she lost it. And you know, somehow that changed our attitude completely. Now, I mean, you two talk about disasters now, but I tell you, she lost 3, you know.
Bert, don't start all that. She'll worry.
I'm only saying. You spend your life trying to adjust to these things, but you do.
It's all wrong, though, isn't it?
What, love?
Well, it's when you start having a family, that's when you ought to have a house, and that's exactly when everybody's telling you can't have it.
Oh, well, these things you
We
have
ought to have that house now.
Look, we all ought to have a lot of things, but we have to make do.
You don't want us living here with a baby as well?
Who'll give you that idea?
Of course you don't.
Hey, this is your home, so you can just put that idea right out of your pretty little head.
It's not
Hey,
as
can
if...
I say something? Now, look, I'm involved in this too. And I don't want to live here with a baby either. Not really, I don't.
I see.
Now, look, I'm only saying what I think. Now, I can do that, can I?
Of course you can.
You can't always have what you wish for, you know, son.
No, I know. And if we have this baby, I can't see we'd get this house in a million years.
What do you mean, if? Baby's on its way. Pray to God there's no if about it.
Yeah, all right, look, give me a chance. Look, I'm only saying, that's all. Now, look, love, it's not the right time, is it? And you know it.
What exactly are you trying to say, Brian? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, look, I mean, these days, you don't necessarily have to go along with it, do you? Look, there's no use pretending, love. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can, if you want to. That's all I'm saying.
Brian, if you want to go living in this house any longer, you better get that idea right out of your head.
If you want it, is all I'm saying. Look, love, you can
Do
go
you
to the
hear?
doctor.
I'm sorry you're thinking like that, you know, Brian.
And you can stop thinking like that from this minute on.
If that's what Brian wants.
But it's not what he wants, love. Don't even listen to him. 3 I lost before you. You were the most wanted baby ever born, and now you can sit
It's not
there
just my idea.
Well, whose idea was it then, if it's not yours?
It's Gail's mum. She said you don't have to have the baby if you don't want it. That's all.
My mother. My bloody mother!
Now, you just get up there after her. Folk with brass are doing it all the time.
Yes, I think I have got one, as a matter of fact. I'll have to dig it out, though. Actually, you're very lucky, really, because I think it's up in the cock loft, and Eddie's up there now. Yeah, well, I'll just pick it up whenever you like, then. All right. Bye. Eddie? Eddie?
Aye.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, why?
Well, can you see a big box up there, a box with all, like, things in it?
Yeah, I've got it here.
Oh, well, can you see a tennis racket in it?
What?
A tennis racket.
What?
A racket!
I'm being as quiet as I can, Mavis.
Have you seen Eddie anywhere?
No joke.
Wonder where the hell he's got to.
Perhaps you're better off, not knowing.
No, he's got some of my gear with him, though.
He'll be all right, won't he?
Well, Eddie's all right, if you're keeping your eye on him all the time, but turn your back on him for a couple of seconds. He's knocking nails in with a spirit level, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But his heart's in the right place. Hey, While you're here, I want some money off you.
What's that for?
The draw, you know, Police Benevolent Fund.
I know some places where you'd be hard pushed to sell them, love.
Oh, not around here. I've sold Eddie a book.
Well, you know why he likes them, doesn't he?
Why?
He likes to have them on him when he's being turned over.
Oh, fair dues. I mean, he's no bother to him lately. I think he's trying to earn an honest living.
Aye, flogging junk to mugs. Must be an honest living. Lots of breweries do it.
You're in a very sunny mood today, aren't you?
Come on, love. Hey, come on.
Want to finish your tea?
I don't feel like it.
Let it go to waste then.
Hey, finish your tea.
I don't want it. You lose your appetite when people start belting you.
People? Was your mother that belted you? You want to think yourself lucky I don't.
Go on, then.
Hey, don't you come on your house with me, because I'm warning you. All right. Caused enough trouble for one day, you have.
What's Gail doing?
She's having a rest.
She been speaking to you?
She's just lying there having a rest.
I'm going up to her.
I'm going to the Rovers.
Hey, you're not. You're sitting there till I finish this. Then you're going to the Rovers with me. I just got something to say to you. Oh, nothing about right and wrong or out like that. I just want a word or two on the subject of being gormless. Savvy?
I'll get it.
May I?
Yes, come on in. Straight in.
Oh, am I too early?
No, it's fine. It gives us plenty of time.
Time, I thought, for a little libation.
Oh, how nice.
Do you know what one of them is?
As it happens.
Oh, just as well. I wouldn't have had a clue.
Well, in this case, the bottle of Liebfrau. Very pleasant.
Well, I hope it will be.
Shouldn't it go in the fridge for a bit to chill?
Well, it'd probably freeze by the time we find corkscrew.
It's not a thing we use every day.
Yeah, you see, we usually drink champagne all the time. You don't need a corkscrew for that, you know.
You're used to Deirdre by now, aren't you? I don't have to explain, do I?
Anyway, I will leave the two of you.
Oh, no, stay and have a glass.
No, it's all right, love. I've got to go and pick Tracy up. They'll be wondering where I am now. You'll probably be gone when I get back.
Well, it only takes you a few minutes, doesn't it?
I know, but I can always spin it out. Aren't I tactful?
Yes, well, look, if you like, you can take her round to the shop. Flora's there. She keeps open late for the kids, you know.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah, there's a Mackle there called Jasper. She'll like him.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I'll see you later. Have a nice time.
Bye.
Well, I think you're looking particularly nice tonight, if I may say so.
Well, I won't pretend that I haven't made an effort.
Well, it doesn't show. I mean, the effort doesn't show. No. What I mean.
Thank you.
You know, at my age, you'd think it'd come easy, wouldn't you? Getting to know somebody. If you find somebody attractive. But I'm not very good at knowing what to say. I just feel like a lad.
Well, that's rather nice as compliments go.
You know, I was a great fan of George Sanders. He'd have had all this buttoned on.
I wouldn't have believed a word he said.
I suppose he had somebody writing it all down for him. You know, one of these days, I'm going to work up courage and kiss you.
Well, I hope it won't take that much courage.
You'll feel terrific after it. Honestly, you will. You'll fancy a pint then.
Hey, listen, you needn't think you're going to get away like just because you're a woman, you know.
Go on, Tiger. Mwah, and give us your best shots.
Oh, evening. Come in, love.
I've come unannounced. You don't mind, do you?
Well, no.
Well, you know how it is. Everything I'm doing, I'm thinking about Gail all the time. And I've got this feeling, well, I just had to come round. Hello, Brian. It's kind of feeling in your bones, isn't it, at a time like this? You feel, well, they just might need you.
What do you think so, dear?
Hello, Ivy.
Evening, Mrs. Potter.
You don't mind me coming round, do you?
Yes, Mrs. Potter. I do mind you coming.
Oh, dear. Now what have I done?
Well, as far as I can make out, over the years, not a lot. Well, not where your daughter's concerned.
No, Ivy, love.
So why you don't just continue on the same road, I don't know.
Ivy.
I will not be shush, Bert, so don't try shushing me.
Well, this is lovely. Now I know where I stand. I mean, I'll know where if I don't know why.
Look, while she's in my house, love, we'll just have it a bit respectable, all right?
And while she's in my house, she can keep her ideas to herself.
This is wonderful. I've not said 2 words since I've come in.
Hey, look, don't drag me into it.
You said enough last night.
I've not not said anything to you, Ivy.
Oh, it's a good job,
Look,
and
it's
all.
what you said to our Brian,
Putting
Mrs. Potter.
vile ideas into his head.
Oh, now I'm with you. I might have known.
Yes, you might have known. Because we happen to have different attitude to some folk round here.
I was only pointing out the facts of life to him, Ivy.
Oh, well, that was a nice way of putting it. Get it done away with was what you actually said.
For heaven's sake, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything of the kind.
Well, that's what he came out with, and you put it into his head.
Oh, come on, Ivy. He's a grown man. He doesn't need me to tell him.
Too true, he doesn't need you.
I'm not going to argue with you, Ivy. Look, I know you're a Catholic, and that is your religion.
That's got naught to do with it.
Now, come on, love, you know it has.
But it's not religion. It happens to be what I believe.
Look, I am not saying anything against your religion, Ivy. For heaven's sake, I respect a person's religion. I'm not saying anything.
I'm saying that a child's life is a sacred thing.
So is my daughter's life, Ivy.
Well, you wouldn't think so. Interest you've taken.
Oh, what do you know about my life, eh? Come on, now, what do you know
Well,
about?
I know your ideas, so I can imagine the type of life you lead.
Oh, and when God sits in judgment, he'll ask you what you think, won't he?
Look, I'm going out.
I just want to see my daughter,
Well, I
okay?
don't want to see you.
Is that plain enough for you?
Love, I just want to talk to... Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You have poisoned her against me, haven't you?
If anybody's done that, you've done it yourself, lady.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I just want the girl to be happy. I suppose you can tell her better than me, can you? Well, I'm not leaving here till I have seen my daughter.
I think I'll nip down and have a game of snooker a bit later.
Oh, come on, let's go for a Chinese.
I'm easy.
Are you? Oh, smashing. I couldn't face that stove tonight.
Aye, fair enough.
Isn't he lovely?
It's not the first description I've heard after you.
No, but he's lovely tonight. And anyway, Betty, I need a rest. I have had Mavis in one of her twittery moods all day.
So what's new?
Oh, no, listen, she's bought this chair, and the way she's carrying on about it, you'd think it was the Peacock Throne.
What chair's this?
Off Eddie. You know, that big swinging cane thing.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Where's he going to put it?
He's putting it up in her living room now.
Eddie's putting it up. Hanging from that ceiling.
Yes.
Come on, we're getting down there.
Can I finish my drink?
If you're quick.
Smashing, Mavis. I can't get over it now I see it.
Can you get into it? That's more to the point.
So, yes, just hold it a minute. Well, it is a bit high off the floor. Do you think it could be lowered a bit, Daddy?
You can have it where you want, love.
Well, just a couple of inches.
Oh, it's like being in a balloon.
It's lovely. It's fun to have a go.
Well, go on now. Are you sure it's safe?
Yeah.
Oh, heck, hang on, hold it.
There.
Oh! Stop it! Oh, it's right, it's concerned. Stop it! Oh, my God. Are you sure it's safe?
Listen, if that isn't safe, the ceiling isn't safe. And if the ceiling isn't safe, the house isn't safe. And you know what they say about houses?
Aye, on the Titanic.
Yeah, I'll grant you that. Mind you, this isn't going to float.
Yes, he has mentioned you to me. You live with Mrs. Bishop, don't you?
Yes, I'm the lodger.
So am I, in a way, in a manner of speaking. I went to look after him after he was widowed, and I just never moved out.
Now, what's your fingers, Tracy?
She won't do any harm.
No, I just don't want her to get bitten.
I think she's more interested in the nuts. I suppose he's never said anything to you about me.
Well, not exactly a biography.
Well, it wouldn't come to that anyway. I just wanted to ask you, you see the two of them. Well, what do you think?
What do you mean, do I think they've...
Well, is it, or are they just courting?
Well, I don't know. They certainly seem very keen.
So I should think he is.
Well, I should think she is.
Sets you thinking about things, doesn't it?
I can't exactly hear wedding bells.
Yes, but if they're that keen, mind, well, it wouldn't pay to dawdle, would it?
I don't see Emily rushing.
She's the first he's ever been bothered with all these years. To tell you the truth, I never thought he would.
You never can tell.
Puts us both in the same boat, more or less.
What, you mean if they...
Have you anywhere to go?
No.
No, nor me.
Now, you understand, it can't go any lower than that, don't you, Maeve?
Why?
Well, any lower than that, and you'd have to get permission from air traffic control.
I think this is just right.
Come on, Alf, roll up, have a go.
You've got to be joking.
It'll not take his weight.
It takes me.
Yeah, I've not seen you, though.
I have, haven't I, Maeve?
Oh, yes, he did. He was the first. I made him. He did groan a bit, though.
Come on.
Hey, let's see you first.
Oh, all right then. Come on.
Oh, somebody come in just a minute. I think it's Rita.
Hey,
Oh,
miss.
yes. Hello.
Hi, Flams.
You great Burke!
Have you broken out?
Broken me back!
What do you mean you've broken your back? Look at that! Look at that flaming thing. I told you those joists wouldn't double you.
Oh, don't fret, love. You can come and stop with us. Oh, just look at it.
Get him out of there. I want to kill him.
Open the door, love. Well, come downstairs then. Come on, girl, your mum's there. She wants to talk to you. She's sorry for what she said. Oh, please, Gail.
Hardly even be, son. Hey, look, have you packed me sandwiches?
But, yeah.
What about a cup of tea, then, eh? How about you, Mrs. Potter?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Do you understand, Brian?
Love.
Then you can tell anybody that wants to know that I'm going to have this baby, whatever. And I don't care about anything. The house or anything.
Oh, Gail. Oh, I love you. Oh, it's wonderful.
Well,
it
that's
is.
more
it is.
like it.
Hey, come on. We better start thinking up some names, haven't we?
Flaming din. Flaming ends. Flaming allotments. Ah. Morning.
Oh, you made me jump out of my skin. You're up very early.
I thought we were being burgled or a doodlebug had dropped in the backyard or something.
I've just got the wrong teapot.
No, that's for the odds and bobs. If you're thinking of nicking the gas money, that's in the sugar basin.
I'm not thinking of nicking anything. I just want to make myself a cup of tea.
Oh, I thought you were doing a clog dance. I ask you, 6 o'clock in the morning, dashing around the house like a demented poltergeist.
Mr. Fairclough, I've got to get up to get your papers out at your shop. It's not my fault I don't know where anything is. I've never stayed here before.
It is your own fault. Hanging that chair up, bringing half the ceiling down with it.
Yes, well, if the chair hadn't brought the ceiling down with all that woodworm, it might just have come...
What's all this?
Ask your lodger.
I'm just up for the papers, that's all.
My goodness, it's all go when you've got guests, isn't it? Where are you going?
I thought I'd have another hour.
Oh, no, if we're up, we're up. I'm not having you creeping back. Mavis, you go and get yourself dressed. I'll see you to breakfast.
Very nice, thank you.
You put sugar puffs out.
Oh, to hell with that for a game of soldiers.
Stop being so cantankerous. Whistle summit.
Ronnie Ronald couldn't whistle anything at this time of the morning. Give us a shout when it's ready.
Never mind, give you a shout. Do yourself a favour. Make a quick start. You've got that ceiling to repair for Mavis.
I'll tell you one thing.
Go on, tell me one thing, Chubby Chops.
She's not having the top off the milk.
Aye, come in, sit yourself down. Pour yourself a cup. I think there's at least 5 in there. I keep brewing up for 3.
Just had 2 of Ivy's brew.
Can she make it strong?
Oh, Ivy's tea is the thick twist of the tea-making world. 2 cups and you break out in a sweat.
Looking a bit peaky this morning, you know.
It's all the rush. Bert coming in from his shift, Ivy all mithered with having your job.
Ivy as supervisor is something I'd run a mile to avoid.
So, it's a little haven in here.
I've been sitting here since about 7:30 this morning, thinking of the old days when this house was nearly a madhouse and wishing it was nearly a madhouse again. Are you sure you're going to be all right at work today?
Yeah, it's the smell of fried eggs. I've gone off them all of a sudden. It started yesterday morning when I had to serve 4 of them on the trot.
Because if you're not, I can
No,
answer
it's all right. It passes.
Does it?
Honest.
What do you think it could be? A cold or something?
Well, a virus or something.
Perhaps it's them extra strong tea bags that Ivy puts in the pot.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, of course, Brian, big, strong, strapping lad. You know it's mother's milk too, isn't it?
Shut up.
Do you think it could be a gland?
I haven't got glands, have I?
Or hay fever?
Stop probing.
Well, it's just that you've got my curiosity aroused, that's all. Do you think it could be anything to do with feet? The patter of little ones?
I'm saying nothing, but don't broadcast it.
Oh, kid, aren't you thrilled?
Well, if I don't think about mortgages and hire purchase and weekly payments.
The only thing you've got to worry about now is whether it looks like the milkman or not.
Yeah, well, I shall have Tracy, but I don't know whether Emily's got any plans for tonight.
Will she be working?
No, not now she's finished your stuff. She's clear for today.
Oh, well, I'll pop round then after tea.
She shouldn't be long. She's just gone up to the precinct with Tracy.
Well, I'll not wait, because I've just popped out for a minute. But she's usually at a loose end, like me.
Oh, well, you know she's got this fella now, Arnold.
Yes, but I thought she'd sort of...
Well, she sort of did, but it survived that, and now they're courting strong.
Oh, I see. Oh, she let me into her little secret.
As I say, I don't know if she's got any plans for tonight, though.
No, I just thought if there was something good on at the picture, because you know I've had to move out over my ceiling.
Anyway, call in after tea, see what she's doing.
Do you know something, Deirdre? Actually, I feel quite upset at the idea of Emily. Well, just at the idea of not being able to count on her kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly a whirlwind romance, but there is a gentle breeze blowing. I suppose it's quite likely to change one or two things.
Do you mean like for you and little Trace?
Oh, yeah. He's got a sister as well, you know. Spinster she is. Runs a shop for him, helps out in his house and that. And she said she was worried. I mean, what was going to happen? Here I've been, busy matchmaking.
Oh. Well, I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you never get the first down quick enough, because it's the second one they really appreciate.
Give us another pint of neck oil, will you, Betty?
Okay, lovely.
My throat's full of plaster.
Hey, mate, I've got a load of stuff to unload down Rosamond Street. Come on.
Well, jump in, I'm on my dinner hour.
How long's he been here?
Good half hour then.
10 minutes, haven't I?
Look, I'm not humping all that plasterboard up those cabin steps on my own. Now, come on.
Skyver.
Who do you think he's working for? MI4 and a flaming half?
I'm at to turn his tap off.
I'll leave it, Betty. I'll come back after.
Okay.
I'll do that job, and then I'll pop back after for me dinner.
Hey, I say, you've got a right little Adam going over there, haven't you, Fairclough? Listen, if you want to clear them with Mavis, you want to tell Tiddlywinks to take the budgie for a walk and send Rita over here.
Very good, Fred. Come outside, you coward, and fight the 12 of us.
I'll see you.
Noel, 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 Noel. 4 little blighters and they're all called Noel.
Well, my next dad, Quads. Give us a break.
Listen, it's all right, you laughing, but it could be born at Christmas. If we call it Noel, well, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, does it?
You've got a point, ma'am. You have got a point.
No, I like the Yankee idea myself, like Duke Ellington or Count Basie.
Screaming lot such.
Hey, no, Viscount Tilsley, because that sounds smashing at the christening, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure, we don't want all bump to know.
Well, I'd known it was, what is it?
National Community Week.
Yeah, if I'd have known that, I'd have had the quartet back here again.
Look, I've got 6 kazoo bands competing on Saturday down at the Red Wreck, so you know.
To put you off a barber's shop forever. Fancy going in, the short back and sides, and having a blooming quartet blaring down your logo.
Worse than kazoo bands, Albert. They'll do wonders for cottonwool stocks and chairs.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Well, you can't beat the old paper and comb with a bloke on the knacker.
Oh, aye, the old bones, eh? No danger.
Yeah, well, no doubt, but kazoo bands are a local manifestation of popular culture, and that's what National Community Week is all about.
Right, well, I'll tell you another manifestation, whatever it is. You know, popular doodah.
Go on, what?
Ratting.
Catching rats is a bit hard to organise, Uncle Albert.
Right, well, I'll tell you another one and all.
Go on.
Whitewashing backyard walls that haven't been whitewashed since Adam were a lad.
I'll have a half, please, Fred.
You know something, Ken? You've been got at.
Yeah, well, if it's not whitewashing walls, it's blackleading grates.
I know. Oh. OK, I'll see you at tea time then.
All right, love.
All right.
Ta-ra, darling.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, oh, well, back to being pig in middle.
Come on, if Elsie Tanner can do it, I'm bloody sure you can.
Anyway, ta-ra, love.
Charlotte.
See you later.
Just going to get some jelly babies. Hello. Hi. Hey, what are you doing, son?
trying to get me nose trapped.
Very funny. I should up it if I were you.
Why isn't she at home?
Never mind who's at home. They'll be back in a minute. Come on your bike.
Watch for the worm. Wriggling and wriggling and... Out comes its head.
Quite a tear.
Yes, well, it's where the rabbits and the kittens, they seem to get at me.
Needs darning.
Oh, I wore it on purpose, you know. I came down to see how the hamster is, mention the latest in big screen entertainment, sort of in passing.
You will start for an egg butty, won't you?
Lick my lips at the mention of lunch, wear my old cardie, make quite sure you see the hole in it.
What you need really is a new one.
No, I got this dirt cheap off a stall in Shrewd Hill. I get a lot of my clothes from the markets, some beautiful shirts from Ashton there, and for trousers you can't beat Stockport. And for silk seconds, it's Macclesfield.
Stand up while I measure you.
Measure me?
For a new cardigan.
No, you mustn't.
Well, of course I must. I enjoy knitting. What colour wool? Wine, I think.
Am I intruding?
Just taking Arnold's chest size.
Well, hardly fit to mature, but I'm working on my expenses.
Oh, keep still. I can't see the measure.
I'm ticklish.
Hey, what's going on in there?
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Let me measure.
Well, I don't know what my sister's going to say if I come home in a new cardie. She'll have us eloping tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Come on.
Get off.
Come on the deck with you, mate.
Get off. Let go.
On the deck, mate.
Get off.
Martin!
Lan, will you tell this lunatic to
Len,
let go of me?
let go, it's my grandson. Come down, love, before you hurt yourself. Come on, Chuck. Come on inside. How did you get here?
Well, you see, I finished at school. All they're doing is taking exams, so it's hardly worth it. See, I'm after something with my hands. Tell you what, if you got a washer, I'll fix that tap.
Hang on, just 1 minute. Here we are. One washer.
Carry washers round, do you?
No, they pay me in them, you daft apers. The plumber was in today and left one on the counter, and I pinched it while I wasn't looking.
Right, I'll need screwdriver, pair of pliers, and where's your stop tap?
Well, the tools you found in the drawer in there, and the stop tap's under the sink.
Would you do this yourself, would you, Gran?
Well, normally, my grandson had to ride from Brummagem, and I got Len Fairclough to do it.
He a plumber, is he?
He's the bloke that nearly had your leg off.
Thought I was on the tea leaf.
Who could blame him? You arrive out of the blue, nobody knows who you are. Hey, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Done it for me man many a time.
She's a lucky girl, is our Linda.
Well, I mean, my dad does nought in the house, does he? And our Paul, all he thinks of is his hair. Kate Bush and his pathetic girlfriend.
Oh, he's got a girlfriend, has he, Paul? Look, love, I'll have to be off. I'm not going to come back and find the kitchen flooded, am I?
Don't worry, I've got the touch. Fella I reached down with, all his electrics were going. I stuck my head under his bonnet, said, look, your fan belt's slack. Thought it was magic.
Oh, whoops, where's me wellies?
Only what's in the pipe. See? Stop flapping, have some faith.
You're as bright as a new shilling, you are. Just like our Dennis. Look, I'll have to go, love. Come over to the cafe if you want. If not, I'll come back and give you tea here, eh?
Great.
By the way, I can leave you with confidence, can't I? I mean, I'm not going to come back and find my furniture floating down the road.
Look, I'll crack this and I'll watch the telly. If the picture's wrong, I'll adjust it.
Oh, will you? Cheerio.
He's all right running around on other folks' errands, but he won't do a thing in the house.
Oh, he's a busy lad, your Ken. He's got a lot on his plate.
I've had a bucket of whitewash mix for a week. You know that backyard's just like a coal hole.
Can't you get cracking?
Oh, give over. Albert, you could have whitewashed the Great Wall of China while I've been standing here with that rum.
Oh, we're not drinking them at this stage. They're just evaporated.
Yeah, well, you can't whitewash without a brush.
Brush in the back.
Well, have you got a scraper? And have you got a dust sheet?
No, just a brush. I say, it's a boozer, this, Albert. It's not a flipping do-it-yourself shop, you know.
You know, a brush on its own's no good, and I mean, I'm not having whitewash all over my flag.
Ah, Uncle Albert.
Is he? You'd think he was screwed down, Ken.
Hey, you've heard of garden gnomes? He's a little pub gnome.
No, I've got the gear, the brush, the scraper and the dust sheet. But the council blokes want them back intact first thing tomorrow. Now, I've got a meeting, so if you could make a start.
Hey, pulled the right stroke on you there, Albert.
Bang goes your afternoon snooze long.
Yes, lad.
Pint of best bitter, please.
Eh?
How old are you, son?
Old enough.
Oh, give over. A pint of this stuff, you'd faint.
Go on, sell us an half.
Are you from round here?
I'm staying up the street.
Do you play a kazoo?
No.
And you're not a Morris dancer out?
No, I'm staying at Mrs. Tanner's.
Well, lodging?
No, she's me gran.
Oh, well, he's your lenders, lad. Give him a fizzy orange, Fred.
Ta very much. I'm dead thirsty. Just fix me gran's tap.
Oh, aye. Have hand with a bit of plumbing, are you?
No problem.
All right, handy lad, eh?
Well, I'm not qualified at anything, but I've got good mechanical aptitudes. Said that on my report.
What are you doing when you've supped that?
Nothing as I know of.
Are you any good with your brush?
Well, but...
Say hello to Uncle Len, then. Hello, Uncle Len. Have you been busy today, Uncle Len? I've been busy in my little cage. Yes. And while you've been busy in your little cage, tinkling your little bell, Uncle Len has been busy putting our ceiling up. Yes, he has. And tomorrow Uncle Len's going to be putting it up as well. Yes, yes. What do you say to that, then, eh?
Show your face.
Evening. Tea ready?
No, it isn't, because she's been twittering at that flaming budgie for hours.
I thought you were putting that steak and kidney in.
I have put it in. I would have set the table, but I couldn't find the cloth.
We don't need a cloth, do we? Why can't we just sit here and have it on our knees?
You'll get it on your head if you don't shift yourself.
What do you mean?
Well, a shave would do you no harm.
Why can't we just sit here and have it on our knees watching telly?
Fairclough, we are going to sit down and have a proper meal like civilised people. So be a good lad, go upstairs, run your bath, comb your hair.
Look, I'm wet. I want to sit here with my feet up.
In them socks?
I'll take them off. I've got 5 toes just like everybody else.
Yeah, go on, show me up, be a slob.
Well, look, I don't mind.
What's the point in dirty in a clean shirt?
Come on, upstairs and come down looking decent.
There'll be no hot water.
I'll have you in backyard with a bucket if you're not careful. See, you've been sat on tablecloth and all.
Yeah.
Now, there must be 100 pair of knitting needles in that drawer. Surely there's a pair of number 9s.
Hi, Gran.
Ah, this is the plumber.
Hello.
This is my second grandson, would you believe? I've got one even older.
Oh, yeah, Paul, I met him.
Ah, well, this is Martin.
Hi, I'm Gail. I used to live here.
Happy days.
Oh, says she, lining her teeth now that they're all over.
I fixed the tap.
Have you? Let's have a look. Would you believe? And he's made a good job of it and all. You know, if it was me, I'd have been sitting here for days, smoking a fag and listening to it drip.
No wonder we don't see too much of you. I bet your man finds you too precious to part with. I've got them. I'll get cracking tonight.
First pair of booties are the worst, kid. See you.
See you, ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Well, Mr. Livewire, how about getting that table set?
Yeah, great.
Can you manage? Steady on. Give that to me. I'll carry that. Off you go.
Okay.
What's all that white?
Oh, I did this bloke's backyard. Walloped it. Know what I mean?
Which bloke was this?
Short, stumpy fellow with specs.
Oh, Albert Tatlock.
Didn't get round to names. It was all work. I mean, I did all the work. He just sat there on this box telling me about some war he'd been in.
I bet the bullets were flying. How did this come about?
Well, he advertised, didn't he? In the Birmingham Post. Whitewasher wanted, all expenses paid.
Get off.
No, I was in the pub and he just offered
You were
it.
in the where?
Just for lemonade.
Oh, I see.
Did he pay you?
No, he owes me. He said he's waiting on this bloke called Ken.
Oh, yes, keeper of the Tatlock purse.
Anyway, he said he might have some more jobs.
His jobs can wait.
Is there anything else you want doing round the house?
I tell you, the most important job to do now is get your dinner. I know our Linda. The first thing she'll say when you get home tonight is, "Oh, what did your grandma give you to eat?"
By heck, she loves her bath. I could hardly get her out of it. Anyway, here she is finally, all scented and soaped and ready for bed.
Oh, good night, sweetheart. Sleep tight. Auntie Emily's gadding again. How many times this last fortnight?
Will you start bragging? I'm beginning to feel like Cinderella.
Deirdre, you know when you saw Arnold's sister? Oh, just push, Arnold. It's open.
Have I come at the wrong time?
Oh, well, it depends what you've come for.
Oh, well, I did think we might go to the pictures, but it doesn't matter. Deirdre did warn me that you...
Door's open. Can I come in?
Oh, yes, of course.
I don't know if I'm early. Oh, hello.
Hello.
But I thought you might be on a mad knitting craze. You know, needles clacking and not getting ready.
I'm going to do Arnold a cardigan.
Oh, very nice.
Would you say wine?
Wine?
No, I mean, what colour would suit?
Oh, yes, I think wine would be very nice.
You know, I used to be quite a good knitter myself when I was a kid. I once had a go at a pair of stockings during the war, knit for victory. The whole school was at it. Stockings and woolies for the troops. My gosh, you do look a picture.
Hey, mind that needle?
Never touched you?
Oh, yes, you did.
Well, how can I help it? Dodging about like a cat on bricks.
You're going to get that cotton tied up in the hairs on my chest, you know.
What hairs? You only got one.
Well, I'm starting a collection.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it, then?
Yep.
Am I done?
Yep.
Nice and clean.
Nice and clean.
Buttons sewn on. Give us a kiss, then. Tell her to go straight up.
Are you going straight up, love?
Hello. Did you mean straight up to bed, like?
I thought you might be sneaking past. I mean, we're not exciting company, are we?
Yeah, what? We're not all that flipping boring. Not when we get going, you know. When we've had a few bevies down us, we start chucking the plates around. I get up on the table in me long johns and start quoting Eskimo Nell. I bet you've never heard the proper version of Eskimo Nell, have you, love?
No. Still, with a cabaret like that, I shan't miss the pictures.
Take the notice, love. Emily's still courting.
Oh, when's she ever doing anything else these days?
Tell her to go by herself.
Do you know, it takes me back to Levenshulme Palace. I used to go there with a crowd when I was a girl. And I'd go to the ladies, and when I came out, they'd all have clicked up, and I'd just be left standing there.
Hey, Sail Locarno were my aunt.
Oh, I never dared go to Sail Locarno. No, there's this saxophonist there. And, well, he used to keep winking at me. He got right long sidelines, and I knew he was married. Oh, I said, do you mind if he has a little fly around? Because it's ever so thrilling to watch him. See where he settles. Sometimes he even settles on your head.
There you are, last one. My gum, you're a dab hand. You don't believe in wasting time, do you? If it had been me, I'd have been still sat there with a fag and not a pot washed. Now then, let's see. How much do I owe you?
Don't owe me nothing.
Of course I do. First of all, I owe you for the tap and then for cheering me up. Don't worry. I'll have a list of jobs as long as your arm next time you come back.
I don't want it.
Well, you need your fare home, don't you?
I can thumb rides.
Oh, yes, you can thumb rides. So I'll ring your mother and say he's thumbing a ride. He'll be home at Christmas.
You could ring and tell her the last bit.
You are?
There's nothing for me in Brum. Nothing I want. I fell out with me dad. So I thought I'd come and live here. With you. Would that be all right, Gran?
Oh, what's all this then? Couldn't you sleep? Where's Madam?
Helping to set the table.
You were late in last night, weren't you? Thought you were just going to see a film. Oh, God, I look terrible.
Well, we sat talking in the car for a bit.
Did you say snogging?
I said talking.
Oh, sorry, my ears must still be asleep. Emily, can I ask you a question?
What?
Well, when Arnold takes you to the pictures, does he take you on the back row?
That's enough, Deirdre. No, he doesn't.
Oh, how disappointing for you. Do you want me to have a word with him?
I don't think I need you to do that, Deirdre. I'm in complete control of that department.
Oh, get her. Good morning, Tracy. How's your love life? All right.
There. Will that do you?
It's enough for now, but I'll need some more for me marmalade, won't I?
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
Right. I'll say one thing. It's a bit different to making breakfast for females. All they need is a cup of hot water and a cornflake.
You weren't thinking of getting any more female lodgers in, were you? I wouldn't mind.
Don't you be so cheeky. It's not to do with you. Anyway, you're only here on a flying visit.
I'm not, you know.
I never said you could stop.
You let me, though, won't you? Prove what a nice granny you are.
Less of the gran, I know.
I'm always telling me mates what a nice granny I've got.
Flattery will get you nowhere. What will your mother say?
She'll be glad to be rid of me.
Yes, I can understand that quite well. Still, I'll have to phone and see what she says.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. What will you do with yourself? I mean, I've got to go to work. I can't take you on a guided tour of Weatherfield.
Yeah, I know. I'll look for a job.
A job? That sounds permanent.
Oh, don't worry, I won't get one.
And I don't like the sound of that either. It sounds like... Well, it sounds like you've given up hope.
I won't, it's a fact, like I didn't at home.
Oh, I don't like you talking like that, Martin.
OK, tell you what, I'll nip down the job centre, tell them I'm a brain surgeon. No doubt by this afternoon I'll be performing a very important operation.
I think you could do anything you wanted to. What would you like to do?
Anything, really, so long as it's in the building trade.
You never know. You might be lucky around here.
One thing's for certain, bound to be cleverer than the natives, aren't I?
Dickhead.
Hello?
Hello, love. Oh, have you met Martin, my grandson?
No, okay. Gail went in this morning, Elsie. She's feeling a bit off.
Was she all right?
No, it's
Nothing to
okay.
do with
It's
it?
just a tummy bug, that's all right.
Oh,
See you
okay.
later.
Ta-ta.
See you, mate.
What's his job?
He's a motor mechanic.
Oh, lucky him.
Oh, good morning.
I must have slept the sleep of the dead last night. I didn't hear Rita get up.
Oh, I did. Must admit I smiled to myself as I turned over and went to sleep. I've made you breakfast.
Aye, so I see. You look as if you're expecting company. Like the West Indian cricket team.
Well, I thought you'd want a big breakfast with having a hard
I
job.
have one cup of tea, one slice of toast, and that's it.
Oh, well, I've made coffee. Now, I've brought it. It's Kenya, medium ground.
Tea.
I'll have to put the kettle on again.
These all yours?
Yes.
3 cereals?
Yes, well, I only have a spoonful of each. There's muesli, wheat and bran, and then I put a teaspoon of honey on the top.
Why?
Why? Well, because they're good for you.
How?
Well, did you start? Oh.
Well, what good does bran do for you?
So I thought with it being a reasonably nice day, it'd be a shame to waste the opportunity. Well, don't you?
Yes, she does.
I've got a lot of work to do, Deirdre.
Well, look. Take today off while it's nice and then work, say, a rotten Saturday in winter.
There may not be any work to be done then.
Risk it.
I don't know. Between you, you're undermining my sense of values.
Oh, taking the odd afternoon off isn't going to corrupt you. Is it, Deirdre?
I don't know. Depends whether you take her in Bluebell Woods or not.
Deirdre.
No, I'm sorry. Listen, I'll tell you what to do. You take Tracy with you, then I can get twice as much work done, which will make up for what you haven't done.
Such logic, the girl's a genius.
The girl's a temptress.
And I'll buy you both an ice cream with a raspberry dash on it.
Oh, how can you resist him, Emily?
All right. I shall have to work tonight, though.
I'll pick you up at 2 then. And thanks, old friend.
Oh, that's all right. I just like to see young people enjoying themselves.
Well, it's the best time of your life, isn't it? Bye.
Bye.
I can feel your eyes in my back, Emily Bishop.
I'm not sure about all this. Pictures last night, trip out this afternoon. It's all getting a bit out of hand.
Well, which would you rather be? Lonely and miserable or being swept off your feet?
Do you think that's what he's trying to do?
Well, he's never away, is he? And you haven't answered my question.
I'd rather there was a happy medium.
Oh, life isn't like that, Emily. It's either happening or it isn't.
And I'm not sure that I can cope. I do have a feeling I'm being swept along. And you're not helping.
You'll thank me one day.
I like to feel that I'm the master of my own destiny, Deirdre. At the moment, I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, Emily Bishop. You're just like every other woman that ever breathed. You love a fella to make the decisions.
Rubbish.
Hello.
Hello there.
Is Mr. Fairclough in?
Oh, sorry. But you are lucky, because I am. I'm Yates, Mr. Fairclough's right-hand man. Like the rains that fall on the plains in Spain, this place would be a desert without me.
You're the bloke to see then, are you?
About almost everything, yeah. What's your problem?
A job.
Ah, there you go. The one impossibility. We've got a full complement, you see. We got blokes in every corner of the town. If we took on any more, we'd have to have a ministry to cover them.
Just thought I'd see.
Well, it's worth a try, innit?
Thanks. Is there any more builders or plumbers round here?
Well, there's Bowers in Paradise Street, but they're not as big as us. Still, you never know your luck, do you?
Cheers.
You're welcome.
I do.
Hello.
What's he want?
Do you know him?
Yeah, it's Elsie Tanner's grandson. What do you want?
Oh, just loafing, I think.
Like you're doing. Come on, Eddie, get on with it.
Hey, there's an Industrial Relations Act now, you know. Means you can't shout at your workers.
Shall I tell you something? There's 1,000 fellas out there would be very happy for me to shout at them because they know then that they've got a job. Get on with it, eh?
Brandy at dinner time. Heck, somebody's living it up.
That's for Gail. She's not feeling well.
Oh, aye. Morning sickness.
There you are, my love. One soup.
Hey, how did you know Gail was
Eh?
You didn't know, did you?
What's he expecting? Is Gail going to have a baby?
Yeah. It was supposed to be a secret.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, hey, little Gail.
Yeah, but what they're keeping it secret for?
Search me.
I thought Fred knew for a second then.
Oh, it's all right, Brian. Folk are bound to find out sooner or later.
Well, it means I can start boasting now.
Oh, aye?
Well,
I thought the reason you weren't in favour of anyone knowing was because you didn't want folk to know how old you were.
Bert, folk will be amazed to find out I'm old enough to have a grandchild. They'll think it's just coming time for you.
Hey, that were nasty, that, man.
Now, you. At least me and you can start thinking about things, love. We can actually be seen looking in baby shop windows.
Hey, listen to these two. I'll tell you what, Brian, we ought to run away to sea because we're not going to be missed for months, us two. Hey, we could live it up in foreign parts.
It's a great idea, that, Dad.
You dare, Brian Tilsey. I want you here, suffering in sympathy.
Yes, she can help to push up Canal Brow when she's struggling a bit. Like you had to do with me, you remember me?
True. She was like the side of house.
Do you think I'll get very big?
Hey, I'll not go out you if you do.
Well, here. Why didn't you come round like I said?
Didn't feel like it.
Oh, how did you go on?
As usual, nothing.
Nothing at all.
No, it's as bad up here. No point me coming, was there?
Well, did you go to the job centre?
Yeah, and a few places round.
Well, what places?
Just places I saw. Like that fella's yard that lives next door.
Oh, Len's. Didn't he have anything?
No, I didn't see him. I saw his partner.
His partner? What partner?
Eddie somebody.
He's no more his partner than I am.
Sarah was his right-hand man.
Yeah, he's not even chief cook. He's not even bottle washer. No, it was a good idea going to Len's. I mean, seeing him, even if he had nothing, he might know somebody else who has. Have you had your dinner?
I don't feel hungry.
Of course you're hungry. Oh, growing lads are hungry, like hens lay eggs. Mind you, I'm not going to feed you here. I think we'll go round to the cafe. And then you can go round to Len's. And then if you see that Eddie Yates and he says anything, just tell him from me he's got me to deal with. He's just looking after his own ends, that's all. It's just...
Oh, Emily, you look $1 million, really.
But I come a very poor second to Tracy, don't I, sweetheart? Because you look beautiful.
I wish I was coming with you.
Well, you can do. Be quick and get ready.
No, it's not my treat. Anyway, I've got too much work to do. I mean, somebody's got to keep the wolf from the door while you two ladies of fashion go swanning off with your beau.
Hello. The door was open, so I... Oh, I'm sorry. I must have come to the wrong house.
I'm looking for a Mrs. Emily Bishop and a Miss Tracy Langton.
Arnold, you thought it was a couple of top models, didn't you? You're a very lucky fella, Arnold Swain.
Oh, I know it. Ladies, your carriage awaits.
You're sillier than Deirdre. Come on, Tracy, love.
Hey, Arnold, give them a good time. They deserve it.
Oh, I will.
Thank God it's you.
Oh, were you waiting for me?
Thought it might have been Mavis.
Oh, I believe you had a very interesting breakfast together.
She only blinded me with her flaming grapefruit, didn't she?
So she said.
She makes tea so weak, that woman, that it can hardly crawl out of the pot. And she has 3 cereals. 3 cereals. Just a little bit of honey on each.
Oh, she's only here for a few days. Let until you repair that ceiling. Surely you can put up with it for a few days.
I don't think I can. I start getting jittery as soon as she comes anywhere near me. I mean, nothing's simple with her. Everything's flaming complicated. She makes such a fuss. I mean, I ask you 3 cereals.
Well, it's all a substitute, isn't it?
What for?
Oh, come on. You know very well. For a fella. She makes a big deal of everything because she's now else to occupy her mind. Now else in the sense of what most women think and worry about most of the time. A fella. You know, there's another way of looking at this. By staying here.
What?
Well, if you played your cards right...
What?
You could be the fella that she thinks and worries about. You could have 2 women looking after you. A harem, almost. I could put your right shoe on, she could put your left shoe on, I could scrub your back, she could scrub your front. You might get to like it. What do they call it? Polygamy. You could end up with half a dozen of us. The Caliph of Coronation Street.
1 woman is quite enough in my life, thank you very much. In fact, 1 woman is too much in my life, especially when one of them thinks she's a flaming comic.
Ho, ho, ho. And which one of us would you like to make your tea? Me or Mavis?
That's it. Try and get it through there. And I don't think the hole was ready, you see. That's it now. I've got it like a little buttonhole. There it is. Now. Thank you very much, darling. You? Well, then, I think that's been going quite easily.
No raspberry dash, I'm afraid. They didn't even seem to know what I meant.
Oh, it doesn't matter. So we can take our ice cream neat, can't we, Tracy? Oh, isn't this just perfect?
The simple pleasures.
Precisely.
Still, they're better shared. Better shared. Pleasures, any sort.
Oh, yes.
Now, I mean, I wouldn't come out here out now on my own. Or would you?
No, I suppose not.
Which proves my point.
Yes.
Ice cream's good.
Excellent.
Are you enjoying it, Tracy?
Obviously.
Hello.
Hello. You must have a twin brother. He was here this morning.
I was here this morning. Mr. Fairclough in.
Hey, Eddie.
Hello, dear, are you doing it?
Come to see you.
Get in there.
Eddie, a tea break is what it says it is, like a tea break. It doesn't go on all afternoon. Now get that pipe in, load it up. Here, take the weight off your feet, mate. What's up? Your grandma giving you a hard time, is she?
I think I'm giving her one.
What else, see? That'll be the day.
She says you might be able to help me with the job.
Me? Oh, I don't know about that, mate. What sort of a job?
In the building trade. You're a plumber, aren't you?
Yeah, you want to be a plumber?
Yeah.
How long have you left school?
A year.
Why is it you haven't had a job up to now, then?
Couldn't get one, could I? Nowhere. That's why I come up here, see if I could get one here. Me dad thinks I haven't been trying, but I have, honest. I don't like having nothing to do. It's boring. You get so you don't want to get up in the morning.
So you fancy being a plumber? Do you know anything about plumbing?
I've helped me dad on a few jobs.
Ah, doing what?
Repairing washers and mending toilet cisterns when they overflow, things like that.
Not a lot, is it? What's that?
A wrench.
What's that?
Split pin.
Is a U-bend something you shouldn't do on a motorway?
No.
What is it, then?
It's what you get under a sink.
If it takes 12 men, 10 days to dig a ditch, how long would it take 3?
40 days.
How good were you at woodwork and metalwork at school, then?
I made this in metalwork at school.
It's not bad. You know, I've been thinking a bit lately about taking on an apprentice. I'll take you on. If I can work it out with your mother and
Honest?
things like that. Yeah, if I can fix it with your mother, your father, your granny and all that sort of thing, you've got yourself a job.
Thanks. When do I start?
Hey, now, wait a minute. Don't you think you better get in touch with your parents and tell Elsie?
I suppose I better add. Thanks, Mr. Fairclough.
Told you it wouldn't do no good.
Ron, I've got a job. I'm his apprentice.
Come on, Dad, or we'll be in trouble at home.
Rubbish. We've got a very good excuse, you know what I mean? Look, we're celebrating the arrival of a new addition to the family.
Hey, it's Yonk's away yet.
What's that got to do with it? What do you say, Ken?
Oh, I think you can sort of anticipate these things. Why not?
Hey, don't encourage him.
Hey, what about the cigars, Sunshine? I thought you were supposed to be dishing them out.
You get lost, Fred. Look, I may just be able to afford a pack of those little ones one day. Hey, and I mean little ones too.
It's going to break the bank, is it?
Aye, and some.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I had twins. But I'll tell you something. When he arrives, or she, you'll not regret it.
There you are. You see, there speaks a man who knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Get him in again.
Same again, Fred, when he finished this lot.
Hey, Hilda Rogden said she'd see you coming in here. Your tea's ready.
Hey, Albert, you're just in time for a drink. Al Brian's in the chair.
Oh, right, well, I'll have half a pound of mile then.
He's going to be a father.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have a rum. I mean, you can't celebrate something like that in half a mile, can you?
Hey, wish you should have about it, Dad.
Anyhow, Albert, what do you remember about fatherhood?
Oh, not much. Father didn't count much in my day. What with her mother and my mother and sisters and aunts, might have been born a week before I knew whether it were a lass or a lad.
Anyway, things are different these days, you know what I mean? What with equal rights and all that, you know.
Yeah, quite right too. I mean, why shouldn't men take a bigger part in looking after their own babies? It's a very rewarding experience. I mean, after all, as much our responsibility as theirs.
Yeah, I mean, look, I shan't mind washing all his nappies, you know.
Hey, you'll change your tune when you've seen a few.
Yeah.
Have you heard yourselves? You sound like a meeting of the Mothers' Union.
Come on, Betty, you can have a drink. You might as well join the gang.
Oh, I'll have a sherry, love. And let's hope this is just the start. You know, I always think that four's a lovely size for a family.
Oh, don't say that.
You know what? This is a very nice meal, this. Just right for a day like today, you know, nice and cool.
Yes, I thought so. So Mr. Fairclough's late, isn't he?
Well, do you know, Mavis, on days like today, he meets up with a lot of very thirsty people, and instead of them letting him come straight home, they drag him into these things, and they're called pubs. So it's not entirely his fault, poor lad.
Do you know what?
What?
Well, I think, despite all that's happened, that you leaving Mr. Fairclough, and that, I think you've got a very good relationship with your husband.
Do you?
Yeah, sort of quirky. Yeah, that's it. It's quirky.
Do you mean sexually?
No, I do not.
Because if it was, I wasn't aware of it.
Read.
Now, here's our Lord and Master now. Evening, Ayatollah. We have been waiting for you, haven't we, Mavis?
Yes.
And we have made your tea, haven't we?
Yes.
What is it?
Cheese and pineapple salad.
And whose idea was that?
It was mine.
As if I needed to ask.
Now, Len.
Cheese and pineapple salad? You don't even get rabbits eating that kind of muck. It's on a par with 3 cereals and weak tea.
Now, Len.
How am I supposed to come home after a hard day's work and eat a meal like that? Cheese and pineapple. They don't even go together.
Look, if you don't mind, I think I'll just go up to my room. I've got a few things I want to do.
That is a perfectly good meal. If Mavis hadn't said it was her idea, you'd have eaten it without a single complaint.
Oh, no, I would not. I'm not having this place turned into a health farm just because she's stopping here.
You're getting neurotic about her. She's all right as a lass.
Do you think I could have a bath, Rita?
Of course you can, love.
Thank you.
I want a bath.
Well, you'll have to wait.
I'm not going to bloody wait.
Don't fasten your coat yourself, it's only me. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you'd have had your tea by now. I just slipped in to say thank you, Len.
What for?
Well, for giving my grandson a job as an apprentice.
Oh, has he?
Well, like I said, thank you again, Len. I'll see you.
So, finding jobs for her relatives, are you?
Don't change the subject. I want Mavis out.
You can do favours for her, without consulting me, by the way. But I can't have my best friend staying here for a few days.
I want her out.
Well, you'll be lucky.
she's enjoyed herself?
Yes. Well, haven't you?
Oh, it's been fabulous, Arnold. Really fabulous. But I think it's time we were getting back. I don't want Tracy getting overtired.
Have we done everything?
I think we have. We've played ball, walked, had tea, rode on the lake, fed the dogs. I'm quite exhausted.
Well, I suppose I ought to be at my age, but I'm not. I'm elated. I feel 21.
Young at heart, anyway. You know, that's one of the things about you. You seem to be able to relate to almost anybody. Young, old.
You're not old.
I wasn't meaning me.
Sorry. Do you mind if I do talk about relating to you?
In what respect?
In the respect that I do relate to you. I like being with you. I miss you when I'm not. I suppose that's natural when you love somebody.
Arnold.
So I'd like to be with you a lot more. I'd like to be married to you. I think it's a very good idea, don't you? I think we'd make a very good job of marriage, you and me. I'll go and get Tracy.
Don't know where you put it all, honest.
My mam says it's like pouring it down a pit shaft.
I used to say that to your Uncle Dennis and all. Hey, come on, you better be getting your skates on.
Mr. Fairclough said there's nothing much doing before 9:15.
Well, you want to show your enthusiasm, don't you? Your first day, how keen you are.
Yeah. Oh, I still can't believe I've got a job. All them months at home doing nothing, I come up here and bump. What's he like to work for, Mr. Fairclough? Do you
Well,
know?
he comes from a hard school. We all do round here. But if you pull your weight, he'll be very fair with you.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, and don't try flannel with him either.
Any more instructions?
No, I don't think so. Oh, just one. If you see Mrs. Fairclough, be very nice to her.
Why?
Well, there's no harm in getting the right side of her, is there?
What about him that works there, Eddie?
Take no notice of him. He's now to pound.
You talk just like me mum.
Well, I should hope so. She's my daughter, isn't she?
You!
Oh, my
It's only
God.
me, Hilda. It's all right, I've not come to borrow no sugar. Oh, you must be Martin.
That's right.
Oh, hey, isn't he like his dad? Spitting image.
Oh, you reckon, do you?
Oh, yeah. Flying visit, is it?
No, he's stopping for a while, Hilda.
Oh. Oh, well, he'd be nice company for you, won't he? Better than all them lorry drivers in and out all the time. Mum and Dad all right, are they?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah, 'cause they've had their ups and downs, haven't they? What about your brother? What's his name again?
Paul.
Paul, that's it. Oh, yeah, bonny lad.
What have you come for, Hilda, if you don't mind me asking?
Eh? Oh, yeah, forget me head if it wasn't screwed on. No, I'm right out of tea bags.
Oh, you know, I never keep them, Hilda. Not at all. Why don't you try the corner shop? You know, they've come back off their holidays and they've got a wonderful selection now. Perforations of every shape and size.
Yes, well, I'll go there then. Sorry to trouble you.
Bye, Hilda.
I expect we'll be seeing quite a lot of one another, me being your next door neighbour, like. Ta-ta then, Chuck.
Ta-ra. Will I be seeing a lot of her?
I'm afraid you will. There are some snags to living round here, you know. Oh, come on, let's get a move on. Now, remember what I told you. Oh, and them jeans could do with a press and all.
Look, Gran, I'm not going to work in a bank. I'm going to be a plumber.
You start as you mean to go on.
Yes, Grandma.
And wipe that silly grin off your face and all. Come on.
Oh, where's the nice bin then?
Ah, but he's left all sliced loaves.
You mean no one sliced at all?
Nope.
But we have a standing order.
I know we've got a standing order, but it ain't nearly unsliced on.
Well, he should have had some
Well,
on.
he should, but he hadn't, so that's it.
Well, I hope you told him.
Well, he could say I weren't pleased. Mind you, we have just been away for a week.
Well, what difference does that make?
At least he remembered to call. I reckon we should be grateful for small mercies.
Well, he'd better not have put any stale on, that's all. Oh, it's hardly worth going on holiday for, is it?
How do you mean?
Well, to come back to all this.
All what?
All this hassle. They'll all want unsliced, won't they? And then there'll be sour faces. Oh. Hello, Mavis.
Morning. Can I just have a small loaf, please?
Sliced?
Yes.
Thank you very much, love.
Pardon?
Oh, take no notice of him, love. Oh, you're going away? We've just come back, you know, from Granger Over Sands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time, didn't we, Alice?
Great.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lovely.
No, I'm just going home, actually.
Night on tiles, have you had that?
Oh, chance would be a fine thing. No, I've been staying at Rita's while my ceiling's been done.
Oh, yeah, your ceiling.
Yeah, but somehow I didn't feel very welcome. Oh, I mean, Rita's been all right. She's been kindness itself. But Mr. Fairclough, somehow I seem to irritate him. I don't know why, but I do. So I thought, well, I'll go back home and put up with it, even if my ceiling is down. Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. I wonder what else has been happening while we've been away.
I don't know. But it's obvious that she feels the same way as I feel.
How's that?
Fed up to back teeth.
Are you all right this morning, Emily Bishop? You're a bit quiet.
Yes, I'm fine.
Just thought Arnold had tired you out yesterday. Certainly tired this one out. She fell asleep in my arms going up the stairs. Didn't you have a good time with your Uncle Arnold yesterday, Trace? Yes. Yes. Did you?
Pardon?
I said, did you have a good time yesterday? You've not exactly said.
Of course I did. I had a fabulous time.
And?
And?
Well, but then.
What are you talking about, Deirdre? Right. Are we ready to go to play school, Tracy?
There's a slight reservation in your voice and on your face.
Nonsense. I had a very nice time.
You didn't have a row with Arnold or anything? I mean, he didn't try and kiss you in the middle of the boating lake?
No, he did not. If you must know, he proposed.
Arnold asked you to marry him?
Yes.
And you said yes?
No.
You said no?
I've not said anything yet.
Well, why not?
Because I don't know quite what to say, that's why. Come on, Tracy, or you'll be late.
Oh, hang on a minute. Emily! Well, Emily Bishop. Fancy that?
Morning.
Well, we are on us, aren't we?
Hey?
8:30 we start work here, Squire, not when you feel like it.
Mr. Fairclough
I
said...
don't care what Mr. Fairclough said. I've been grafting here for 10 minutes loading that pipe in. It's over there. It's your turn.
OK, Eddie.
And it's Mr. Yates to you. What's your name?
Martin.
Martin what?
Chevesky.
Chevesky? What sort of a name's that?
It's the only one I've got.
All right, I'm the comic round here. Oh, I don't believe it.
What?
Must have got nicked on that building site yesterday.
What?
Mr. Fairclough's glass hammer. He can't work without it.
That right?
Yeah, look, Martin, you nip down the wholesalers, will you? Get him another one. It's not far. Put it on Mr. Fairclough's account.
A glass hammer?
Yeah, heavy duty.
Sure you wouldn't like me to get a left-handed screwdriver while I'm there? Or some two-tone paint?
Right little smarty pants, aren't you?
I'm not that stupid.
You think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'll tell you something. The only reason you got this job was because of connections.
Who am I supposed to know?
Not you, sunshine, your granny. Here in Fairclough are like that. Yeah, thought that'd take the smile off your face. It's true. Ask anybody.
Hey, I thought I told you to load the van.
Yeah, I'm just showing him what to do, boss.
That's your job, mate. I've got another job for him. Come here, you. What does that look like to you?
Could be a door.
You've got it in one. Have you ever primed a door before?
No.
Well, now's your chance to learn, eh? Feel that. What does that feel like to you?
Sort of furry.
Yeah, it's like a fine hair on it, isn't it? All new wood is like that, you see. So your job is to get that fur off it. And the way to do it is this. That's just a bung with some sandpaper on. It's just medium, you know. Up and down. Firm strokes like that. Don't go over the edge. All right, see. Do that. Go on.
Yeah, I can do that, but I thought I was going to be a plumber, not a chippy.
Oh, you do all sorts of things here, mate. Before I've finished with you, you'll be making a Concorde. Go on, get on with it. Oh, there's one more thing. Welcome aboard.
I think I've got everything. You did say carbon paper, didn't you? And I couldn't read my writing when I got to the shop.
Never mind the blinking carbon paper. What about this proposal you haven't bothered to reply to?
No, Deirdre.
No, Deirdre, nothing. I mean, you've got to tell him whether you will or you won't. You can't leave a proposal hanging round in the air like a flipping balloon. And you can't leave Arnold hanging around in the air either.
I don't think he expected an answer, not straight away.
Oh, you never said you needed time to think, did you? Like a Victorian heroine.
No, I did not. He walked off after he'd asked me. Went to collect Tracy, in fact. It was time to come home.
Oh, time we were going. By the way, will you marry me? I'll just go and get Tracy. Honestly, some proposal. Mind you, it's just about par for the course for Arnold.
It wasn't like that.
No, of course it wasn't. I'm only kidding.
Talking about time to think, though, I do need it.
You're unsure, then?
Well, of course I am. Marriage isn't like buying a pair of gloves, Deirdre.
Well, why are you unsure?
Well, for one thing, I've only known him for a few months.
Long enough to like him. Long enough to like him a lot. Anybody can see that.
Well, of course I like him. Who couldn't like Arnold? But...
But what?
Just but. It's always played an important part in my life as the word but. So let's just leave it there, should we?
Another raffle, Kenneth.
Yes, it's for the OAP club.
Seem to have nothing but raffles these days.
Yes, but this one's different.
That's what they all say.
Here, let me show you.
I know what it is.
Oh, look, don't you go giving the game away.
It's a poster. Picture of a face with a big question mark on it. It says, win Mr. Wonderful for the day.
Whatever next.
There you are. What did I tell you? Blooming rubbish.
Thanks, Uncle Albert.
He's dashing, he's handsome, what can he do for you? Is that question addressed to such as me, Kenneth?
Of course.
Then the answer is anything he likes.
Bet.
Oh, it's just a bit of fun, Mrs. Walker. I mean, obviously, the guy can't be party to anything that's illegal or immoral.
Oh, in that case, I'm not buying a ticket.
But he does guarantee that no reasonable request will be turned down.
Who is this Mr. Wonderful?
Ah, that's a secret, I'm afraid. All will be revealed on the day we make the draw.
Well, go on then, seeing as it's for such a good cause. I'll have half a dozen tickets, just to set the ball rolling.
Oh, trust you.
There we are. How about you, Mr. Walker?
Well, I don't think it's quite my cup of tea, but I'll certainly give you a private donation.
Oh, good. Can I put the poster up?
Certainly you can, dear.
Give us a pint, will you, please?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you all right,
5,
lovely?
6. It's just that Mavis is going to walk through that door any minute now.
Oh, she just has.
How are you, Phil?
Fairclough, didn't you hear me? I've been shouting at you all the way down Rosewood Street.
Oh, I didn't hear you, love.
Oh, well, I was hoping you'd come into the cabin. It's about my ceiling. Oh, Mr. Fairclough, you just can't live with it in that state. I mean, I've looked at it. I've tried telling myself it's just a slight inconvenience, but it's not. It's a gaping hole, Mr. Fairclough, and I can't live with a gaping hole.
Well, how do you think the gaping hole feels?
Pardon?
Well, that's got to learn to live with you, isn't it?
Oh, that's not very nice, Mr. Fairclough.
Here, here.
Look, I'll get round to your ceiling as soon as I've got a minute. I can't say fairer than that, can I? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go and see a man about a dog.
I'm sure he will see to it, lovely.
But when, though? See, my little flat's like a sanctuary to me sometimes, but with that ceiling down, it's like living in Wembley Stadium.
Oh, you have condescended to come back then?
Hello, Hilda. See this? I think I can just about make it out. It looks like a tin of pears.
And if you look a bit closer, you'll see they're mouldy and all.
Well, the one that's left's mouldy. How long have they been open?
Well, I couldn't bring them back, could I?
Bring it back, Hilda. Bring it back.
Well, your shop were closed, weren't it? Been off on your holidays, but never a thought for your customers. Any road, that were a rotten tin of pears right from the start. I mean, you've only got to look at it, haven't you? Look at them dents and that rust.
You definitely bought it here, did you, Hilda?
With good money, earned by the sweat of my brow.
There we are. There's no dents in that.
Well, it's very inconvenient, you know, having to bring stuff back all the time when it's not up to standard. And you can count yourself lucky me and my stand wasn't poisoned.
That was definitely a try-on, you know. She probably forgot she'd left that one in tin.
I know it was a try-on. But honestly, I just haven't the energy to be bothered arguing with her. To think yesterday I was in paradise.
Ah, never mind. You'll soon settle back down again.
Do you know, I don't think I want to.
Win a fella in a raffle?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what makes you think, young Barlow, that I can't get fellas for myself?
Ah, well, this'll save you the trouble, that's all. And it's only 10p a ticket, and it's in a very good cause.
In that case, I'll take half a dozen. Hang on.
I've been thinking.
Yeah,
Stunts your growth, you know that, don't you?
I mean about the raffle.
Aye. You've suddenly seen the possibilities, haven't you? Your very own fella for a whole day in bondage. How kinky can you get?
Oh, shut up. You got a man like a navvy's hanky.
I know, I enjoy every minute of it.
No, listen, it's not such a bad idea. I mean, speaking for myself, a fella would come in very handy.
I suppose you could put it that way.
No, I mean, my lawn grows like it thinks it's a beanstalk in this weather, and I haven't got the puff to mow it like I used to do. And then you see my living room needs paving. Well, you've seen it, haven't you? Oh, why are you laughing at?
Betty, can't you think about better to do with a fella than that?
Well, you've got to be practical. And there's something else. It's not going to be Sasha Distel, you know. It's going to be somebody from round here.
You're ruining my dream, Betty.
Like one of these pair that are coming in.
What have we got to do to get a bit of service in here?
You could try a smile. Maybe not. What are you supping?
Pint, please.
And what's Sir having?
A large scotch, please, darling, with just a little water.
Aren't you refined?
Sugar, darling, and twice as sweet.
Ah, had a personality change, have you?
Oh, as I was saying, I mean, it's not as if I'm not getting on with Fairclough. We're getting on great together.
Well, what happened?
Well, he's taken on this apprentice, only the apprentice happens to be Elsie's grandson. And he's giving him all the easy jobs right away. I mean, take this morning. He's got him sanding down doors. Well, I mean, I can sand down doors, can't I? Oh, cheers.
Oh, did I say I was paying?
Didn't you?
Not as quick on your feet as you used to be. Rheumatism, is it? Or just swollen ankles?
You see, it's not as if we're busy. I mean, we've only got enough on the order books for 2. So, I mean, if he's going to... I'm going to tell him anyway. I'm not going to let him get away with this.
Well, do you think that's wise?
Eh?
Well, look at it this way. You say there's only enough work coming in for 2, right? So and then he takes on Elsie's grandson, but there's still only enough work coming in for 2. So who do you think's going to get the push? Not Elsie's grandson.
Yes, that's okay. I think we've got this lot.
I'll call back for it later.
Oh, Alf won't be long before he's in. He'll drop it in for you if you like.
Oh, thanks, Renee. That would be a help. We are rather busy.
Going to bomb, is it the secretarial agency?
Touch wood. Yes.
Funny how one thing leads to another.
Sorry?
Well, you wouldn't have met your gentleman friend, would you, without the agency?
No, I don't suppose I would.
I'm very pleased for you.
Are you?
I know what it must have been like for you when you lost Ernest, you know. How lonely you must have felt. It was long enough before I heard wedding bells.
Really, you are letting your imagination run away with you, rather. And I can't say that I like it when it concerns me.
Hello. What's up with Emily?
I don't know. You can't even be nice to folk round here.
Not bad, is it?
Aye, it'll do. Takes the skin off your fingers, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit.
So you're coming back tomorrow, are you?
Try stopping me.
Right, you better get off home now before your grandma's after my blood.
Cheerio then. See you in the morning.
8:30, you.
I'll be here.
He catches on quick, doesn't he?
Bully for him.
Haven't you got a home to go to?
Well, it's Mrs. Monkey's bingo night. Well, every night's Mrs. Monkey's bingo night. It's just that I'm skint and all, you know.
Tough. I've got a load of paperwork to do, mate.
Right, I'll be on my way then. I was wondering...
Haven't you gone yet?
I was wondering if you had anything for me tomorrow.
Look, I've got to get through this lot, mate.
So there's nothing for me tomorrow, then?
Do you think you could finish Mavis's ceiling?
Could I finish Mavis's ceiling? That's like asking a horn if it can toot. I'll tell you what, boss. Not only can I finish Mavis's ceiling, it'll look like that Sistine Chapel. Don't work too hard.
Oh, charming. I see you've sided the table.
I could murder a cuppa.
Well, I'll tell you what then. You side the table and I'll put the kettle on.
The black grease on their bodies.
I was watching
Well,
that.
come on, stir your stumps. Get a move on. How'd you go at work today?
Sanded down the door. I'm pouring the primer on tomorrow.
Oh, good for you.
Where'd I put
In
these?
there, in there.
Eddie Yates tried to take me for a mug this morning.
Oh.
Wanted me to go to the wholesalers for a glass hammer.
You didn't fall for that one, did you?
You must be joking. He doesn't like me being there, though. He said the only reason I got a job was...
Oh, what?
Nothing, doesn't matter.
Well, come on. I want to know. Martin?
Stupid stuff.
Well, what did he say?
Well, he said that young Mr. Fairclough used...
Oh, yes, I think I get the picture.
Is it true?
Look, love, Len gave you the interview. Now, he didn't think you were up to it. You wouldn't get the job, not nohow. And as for me and him, yes, well, there was something between us. In fact, we nearly got to the altar once. Nearly, but not quite. That was a long time ago. And now we're just good friends, okay?
Okay.
There is something else I want to tell you. If you're going to go on living around here, you'll hear people say... Well, say a lot of things about me. Some of them nice, most of them not very nice. Now, whether you believe it or not is up to you. But you just have to learn to live with them like I do.
Can I have a bowl of these to be going on with?
Help yourself, you great granny. You're just like...
Ah, Dennis, I know.
Haven't you got any cooked ham at all?
Only in packets, Mr. Tatlock.
Oh, but I like my ham cut off the bone, not in packets.
Yeah, well, we only got back from holiday today, you see. I've not had time.
Oh, Sissy Battersby's always got fresh boiled ham in her shop.
Yeah, well...
And she doesn't mind giving you a little bit extra, saying, do you mind taking it? None of that nonsense.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Albert, I'll have some ham.
Well, I don't want it tomorrow, I want it today. Yes, I wish I was going to be Sissy Battersby's in first place.
I'm sorry.
And you get better service here.
Has it been like this all day?
Non-stop.
No wonder you're feeling down.
Down? Alf, I have had my fill right up to there. I mean, I'm sick of what are we doing here? Call this living? Slugging your guts out 6 days a week and scrubbing through on Sundays, and for what? Exactly the same next week.
Well, what else would you rather be doing?
Well, I don't know, but I know one thing. I'd rather be doing it somewhere else.
Like Grange over Sands?
Well, it doesn't have to be there. Somewhere where there's trees and a view.
You really mean it, don't you?
Yes, Alf, I do.
Ah, go Brainy, you know, you set me some faces.
Come in, Alf. It's not locked.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's you, Arnold. I thought it was Alf. Mr. Roberts from the corner shop is due with his weekly order.
Ah, I thought there was another man in your life for a minute. I brought these. Something a little special for Tracy's hamster. Sunflower seeds. I promised her specially that I'd bring them. And you must never disappoint a child. Nor a hamster, for that matter.
Deirdre's putting her to bed.
Ah.
I dare say they get tired of nuts. Hamsters. Mind you, we are giving him some fresh stuff as well, like you said. Apples, carrots, that sort of thing.
But not to excess, mind. It gives them fatty hearts.
Oh, you mustn't do that.
The hamster medical profession doesn't advise it.
No, I suppose not. Aren't you going to sit down?
Well, if I'm not interrupting anything.
No, I was just about to pack up anyway. By the way, Deirdre said I was to be sure to thank you for yesterday. Tracy had such a lovely time.
Oh, me too. I can't remember when I had such a good time. Got a couple of blisters, mind you.
From the rowing.
Oh, yes. A lot of water's gone under the bridge since I last handled an oar. Or should one say under the boat in this case?
Well, it would be more apt.
Yes. Actually, I'm not just here to bear gifts for Tracy's hamster.
Aren't you?
No, that was just to prepare the ground. I'm here to resume a conversation.
Oh.
Which broke off, as I remember, at the point where I'd asked you to marry me. Now, let me hasten to add that I take full responsibility for breaking it off at that point.
You did rather, didn't you?
Yes, it's a case of my nerve failing me. But I've girded my loins again, and I'd just like to add that I'm not a bad sort of a chap. I'm not without money, exactly. I've got a reasonable little business, and I think I can make you very happy. Oh, and I'd love you very much. Now, what have you got to answer to all that?
Well, I'm very fond of you, Arnold. And I'm very flattered. But I'm sorry, I can't marry you. I really am deeply sorry.
So am I.
While we're quiet.
Well, you've done it now, haven't you? Said the magic words.
What?
While we're quiet, that means any minute now we'll have a shop full. See what I mean? Morning, Annie.
Morning, Al. Morning, Rinny.
Morning, Mrs. Walker. And what can we do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you had such a thing as a small jar of rosemary. I'm roasting the chicken. I do like rosemary with it these days.
Oh, it's mixed herbs. I know that. Ah, yes, rosemary. Here we are.
Oh, good. Thank you, dear. How was the holiday?
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Oh, it was marvellous. I wasn't for coming home.
It's danger with holidays, isn't it? Grange over Sands, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's lovely there. Countryside, seaside, and the air's beautiful.
Ah, it's a lovely place, all right.
Oh, it's better than lovely. Do you know it, Mrs. Walker?
I do indeed, dear. I've always considered it the nicer end of Morecambe Bay. When I was a girl, we used to drive over for the day from Clitheroe. My mother's aunt had a house in Silverdale. Tea on the lawn. Spacious days. I expect it's quite different now. Probably full of day trippers.
Well, it hasn't been spoiled.
She wants to go live there now.
Why not?
Yeah, well, while you're having your daydream, I'll go put kettle on.
You're not seriously thinking of going, are you? Selling the show?
Well, I am.
You mean Al's not so keen?
He'll come round.
Well, if he did go, I'd miss him, and you too, dear.
We'll come back, you know, and visit you. Day trippers.
I can't see Alf going, dear.
Oh, I'm working on him, you know. And you've helped by saying it's nice there. Thanks very much, Mrs. Walker.
Morning.
About flaming time, I know. Strolling in at 10:30. Been waiting for you.
Pity I couldn't find something to do.
You're cheeky as well as idle, aren't you?
You mustn't have been working since 8:30. Me and Len have been sizing up a job.
Len? Len? It's Mr. Fairclough to you, sonny. He's your boss. He deserves a bit of respect, the same as what I do.
You're amazing, you. Give us one good reason why I should respect you.
I'll give you several good reasons. First of all, I'm older than you are. Secondly, I know the trade. Thirdly, you're a novice. And fourthly, if I have any more of your lip, I'll put one on you. I'll make us a brew, my tongue's hanging out.
Make your own brew. I've got things to do.
Look, you're the apprentice, so you keep telling me. Do you know the trouble with you young fellas is you want to learn the trade without doing your basic training?
Hey, am I emptying this flaming van on my own or what?
Morning, Lamb.
Look, leave the bath panels on there. Everything else has got to come in here, all right?
I'll do the bath panels. He won't know bath panels from...
You won't. You leave him to do that. You promised me that you'd finish off Mavis's ceiling last night. Now, she's still wittering about it. Will you get it finished, please?
OK, boss.
Make us a brew, will you? I'm spitting feathers, are you?
Yeah, then get your skates on. You young lads are too slow to carry cold dinners.
Hello. Come in. We're in rather a mess, I'm afraid. I was just cleaning up.
Oh, I've come at an awkward moment, haven't I? My timing never was very good.
No, it's just, well, you know how it is with housework. It's got to be done sometime.
You feel embarrassed, don't you?
No.
Yes, you do, I can tell. But it's my fault. If anybody should feel embarrassed, it's me, not you.
Well, it's silly, really. I don't know why I feel embarrassed. We're both grown-up people.
Yes.
Ought to be by now.
All the same, I did put my foot in it last night. I know that. I'm not blaming you, Emily. I proposed to you and you said no, fair enough.
Well,
No, just let me get this out. I realise I moved far too quick.
Well, it wasn't that exactly.
No, I was rushing things. I wasn't surprised when you said no.
I hope I haven't offended you, Arnold.
No, of course you didn't. It's a woman's privilege, isn't it, to say no to a proposal? No, of course you didn't.
Arnold...
But at the same time, it's a man's privilege to keep on trying. And the way I look at it, Emily, I've lost a battle, but not the war. I'm not a bit downhearted.
Well, now you are embarrassing me. I wish we could just leave it.
All right, let's leave it for now. But just to show that you're not offended with me, why don't you come out with me this evening?
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
We could have dinner out somewhere special.
Oh, I'd rather not. You'll only try to make me change my mind.
You can't blame me for trying, can you?
No, of course I can't, but I wish you wouldn't. You see, I've made my mind up. I'm very flattered that you've asked me, and it's a great compliment, and I appreciate it, but I have to say no, Arnold. Really. Yes.
Tracy, there's Uncle Arnold.
Hello, little lady. And how are you today?
Are you just coming or going?
Just leaving, I'm afraid.
Anything wrong?
Well, you've always been very friendly, Deirdre. So I think I can tell you. The fact is, I've asked Emily to marry me.
I see.
And she's turned me down.
Oh, Arnold, I am sorry.
Aye, well, I've just been telling her. I'm not going to give up so easily.
Good for you.
What do you mean, that? Are you on my side?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm on Emily's side as well. All I meant was good luck to you. Obviously, Emily's got to make her own mind up, but, well, you do seem to get on very well together.
We do. That's what's so, There isn't another chap in the picture at all.
Oh, no. Honestly, I'm sure there isn't. There hasn't been anybody except you since Ernest died.
Aye. Ernest. Maybe it's hopeless. I don't know. But I shall keep on trying. And if you get a chance to put a word in for me, well, I hope you will.
Right, Hilda, one light bottle.
Hey, Kenneth, are you still selling them tickets for Mr. Wonderful?
Oh, yes, I am, Hilda. Are you interested?
I thought Stan was your Mr. Wonderful, Hilda.
Foo him. Oh, he's full of wonder, he is. Wonders what's for his dinner, wonders what's for his tea, wonders if I can lend him a quid till Friday.
Well, you took him on, Hilda, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse.
Yeah. Well, I've had the worse and the poorer. I'm still waiting for the better and richer.
Right, well, how about a couple of tickets then, Hilda? Any 10p each?
Well, get your hand in your purse. Very good cause. Old age pensioners like me.
Yeah, go on then, I'll have a go. Give us a
Right.
couple.
There we are. You'll not regret it, Hilda, and I've got a feeling you got a couple of lucky tickets there.
Hey, you said mine were the lucky tickets. That's your trouble. You'll say anything to a girl to get her to fall in with your cunning desires.
Yeah, well, we all know what you do with a fella if you want him.
No, I'm afraid not, Hilda. You can win this chap's services for 24 hours, but he can't do anything that's illegal or immoral.
It's a shame, really, that, isn't it? Because it cuts out such a lot that could be interesting. He is able-bodied, your Mr. Wonderful, isn't he? I mean, it's not Albert on the quiet.
No, it's not, if you must know. And if it were, you'd have no cause for complaint.
Hey, I bet it's you, Ken, isn't it?
Well, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Hilda, but let me put it this way. It's somebody well worth winning.
Yeah, she's got this bee in her bonnet. Being on holidays unsettled her.
Well, there's women all over, isn't it? I mean, you take them somewhere nice, they're not content with that. They moan because they're not there all the time.
Yeah, that's it. She wants to go live there now.
Oh, well, you want to sort her out, don't you? Tell her a holiday's a holiday and work is work.
Oh, no, to be fair, she's not frightened of a bit of working, really. No, her idea is to sell the shop and get a business up there.
Oh, well, that's a different can of worms altogether, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, look at it this way. Don't think I hang around here because I like the scenery, do you? I'm here because this is where I earn my living, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm stuck here, aren't I? I mean, if you and Renee can make a life for yourself where there's a few trees, beach down the road, be a mug to stick around here, wouldn't you? Come on then, drink up, it's your round.
Eh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can I have a big bottle of lemonade to take out,
Yeah,
please?
of course you can. Say, how's the big romance going?
What, Emily's, you mean?
Why, you've not got a big romance going and all, have you?
Oh, no such luck. As a matter of fact, Emily's big romance has come unstuck.
Oh.
Between you and me, he's proposed to her, she's turned him down.
Oh, shit.
She has.
You're not having me, am
No,
you?
I wouldn't. Not about this. I mean, I'm keeping out of it, although Arnold has asked me to put a word in for him. But you see, it's none of my business. I think she's crackers myself.
But you like him, don't you?
I do. And the daft thing about it is, Emily does too.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's her life. Try.
Yeah. It is her life.
Yeah, sir. I'm just going round to Len Turner's about them tiles.
Shall I come?
No, you hang on here. If any messages come in, just make a note of them, will you?
Okay.
And while you're doing that, give this place a bit of a sweep out.
A sweep out?
Yeah, you know, get hold of a brush and push it backwards and forwards like that. And while you're at it, give that typewriter a dust. It hasn't been used for yonks.
Oh, heck. I'm supposed to be learning a trade.
Yo, part of this trade is shifting a pile of dirt from one place to another, you see, and cleaning up the mess.
Why can't Eddie do them jobs?
Because I'm the one who decides who does what. And besides, Eddie isn't going to be here much longer. So get on with it, eh? Hello,
Hello,
mate.
boss.
You've finished that job?
Just need another half bag of plaster.
Right, I'll see you in a bit.
Right. Hello there, Martin. Learning a bit of office work, are we?
You can give me a hand now you're here.
Sorry, I'm not stopping. And you know what they say? Don't send a man to do a lad's job. By the same token, don't send a lad to do a man's job.
Highly philosophical.
Yeah, well, that's where we learn. Start at the bottom. We all had to do it.
You were never apprenticed, I bet.
I was apprenticed to a firm of lifters, mate. If it wasn't nailed down, we had to lift it. We didn't have it easy like you know. I mean, look at you. You're holding that brush as if it's going to bite you.
Why don't you show me how it's done?
Look, just get on with it, and when you've done that, make us a brew, will you?
Get knotted. You don't give the orders round here.
Listen, when Len's not here, I'm the boss.
Knickers? Anyway, you're not going to be here yourself much longer. That's how much of a boss you are.
Come on then, darling. Let's go and see how those ducks are going on.
Bye-bye, then.
Mrs. Bishop, is it?
Oh, no. You've got the right house, though. Emily, somebody to see you.
Mrs. Bishop.
Yes. Oh, what's this for me?
That's it. Ta-ra now.
Oh, are they lovely? Suppose they're from Arnold.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, they are.
They're smashing. I bet they set him back a bob or two.
Oh, you really shouldn't do it.
Oh, I don't know. Wouldn't mind a fella doing that sort of thing for me.
He's very persistent.
Yes. Not a bad quality in a fella, I've always found. Anyway, shall we get off, darling? I should put us in water.
That's it. Do it all over, mate. Look. There. God, wood's rubbish nowadays, you know. Not seasoned or anything. Still, it's what you got to use, isn't it? Hello, mate. You finished that job, have you?
Yeah, good as new. In fact, better than you.
I should think so, as it was you that brought it down in the first place.
Ah, fair dues, boss. Them joists were rotten. They could have gone any time.
They could have stayed up for years.
Yeah, I suppose so. Could I have a word with you, boss?
Yeah, what?
No, in private, you know.
Well, there's only Martin here.
Yeah, well, it is important, you know.
All right, knock off now, Martin. You can go now.
OK.
I want to see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
8 o'clock.
I want an early start on that bathroom job.
Yes, OK. See you, Eddie.
See you, yeah.
I'll be good.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra now. Well, what's so important that Martin can't hear it?
Well, it was something he said, actually.
What?
He said you were going to get shut of me. Give me the push.
He said that?
Well, not them exact words, but that's what it amounted to, you know.
Well, he's got no damn right to say anything like that. Had you been riling him or what?
No. Well, I might have been kidding him a bit, but I knew it was rubbish, but I thought I'd better check
Hey,
it.
now, hang on, Eddie. I mean, he had no right to say a thing like that, but let's face it, I mean, I didn't take you on permanently in the first place, did I?
You mean it's right, then? You're firing me?
No, it's not like that, is it? I mean, you were never on the strength. I mean, when the work came in, I just put it your way.
Well, you won't be putting any more my way.
Well, you can see how I'm fixed, can't you? I mean, there's not a lot of work coming in, now that I've taken Martin on.
Yeah, goodbye, Eddie.
Well, no, I mean, if things come in, you'll be the first to know. Oh, I can't say any fairer than that, can I? You're too old to be an apprentice, mate. That's why I took him on instead of you.
Yeah, too old. Always been too something, haven't I? Too young, too stupid, too scruffy, too much form. Now I'm too old. Just can't win, can you?
My word. You've got some lovely roses, Emily. I bet Arnold bought you these. How's he keeping?
Oh, he's very well.
You want to bring him down to the Rovers more often. He seemed to enjoy himself the last time you brought him in. And he made a very big impression on Annie Walker. And that takes a bit of doing.
Yes, it does.
Mind you, I liked him myself. I thought he was ever so nice.
He is very nice.
And he's very taken with you. He seems to be very serious about you, love.
Perhaps a bit too serious.
Oh?
Well, as a matter of fact, Betty, just between ourselves...
Yes, lovey.
He's asked me to marry him.
Well, our congratulations in order.
Oh, I've had to say no, of course.
Why was that? I mean, where did the had to come in, love?
Well, I'm sure you understand, Betty.
Well, no. I don't think I do, love.
Well, supposing we do move, find a business somewhere. What sort of thing have you got in mind?
Well, people have to eat wherever they live. Something like this.
Aye.
Mind you, it needn't be. There's a lot to be said for a nice little sub-post office in the right place. I've heard you say that many a time.
Aye. Little sub-post office. We don't know problems getting rid of this place, you know.
You don't think so?
No trouble. I'll tell you something, Maureen. I've watched people work all their lives and then retire somewhere nice. You know, seaside, somewhere like that. And it's a mistake for a lot of folk. You need to move before you retire.
Well, you're looking far ahead now, you know.
Aye, maybe, but it creeps up on you sooner than you think, you know.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's worth thinking about.
By the heck. Talk about reckless Rupert. You're a cautious lad, aren't you?
Well, you know me, I don't like to jump in anywhere. It would be a nice place to live, though, I'll grant you that. Hey, I'll tell you what. We'll have a run out there and we'll see if there's any businesses going.
Oh, can we? Can we go tomorrow?
Yeah, we can't go tomorrow. We'd have to shut shop up again.
No, we don't have to. No, I've got Betty Turk and she'll come in tomorrow.
It's a good job one of us is a bit cautious.
Tell you, one thing you can do, you can always pinch a lorry driver's chip, but never, ever touch his sausage.
Hiya, Martin.
Hiya.
I'll have a gin and tonic. What are you having?
Pints of bitter, please.
You will not. You'll have a soft drink or a fruit juice or something.
Look, Gran, I drink pints in pubs when I'm not with you.
Not in here, you don't, Chuck.
And I wouldn't want to see you doing it anywhere else either.
Look, you shall bring him in here. He's not a bit of school, lad.
You know, you're a right old hypocrite, you are, but I can remember you telling me that you were supping in pubs long before you were the right age to do so.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard you say that.
This will happen, I did, but it doesn't say I would have done. You know, in them days you were a man at 16, not a bit of a school kid.
Mrs. Tanner.
Evening, Mrs. Walker.
About this young man, I think it's high time we came to grips with the situation. Now, you are how old, Martin?
I'm 17, but
Well, I know, but you shouldn't be in here till you're 18.
No, it's drinking alcohol you're not allowed till you're 18. You can go in a pub.
That's right, Mrs. Walker.
I think you will grant that I do know more pertaining to the laws regarding licensed premises than anyone else around here.
No, I'm not arguing, I'm just saying.
The law entitles a licensee to refuse entry or service to anybody within her discretion.
I've got you everywhere, you see. My stand were barred at one time.
Are you saying he can't come in?
No. In view of your long and faithful service here, I am suggesting an agreement. Now, Martin can come in here at lunchtimes, provided he's accompanied by you or by Lindsay. But alcohol is out. Now, let that be distinctly understood. Now, as regards the evening session, which is quite different from the lunchtime, he cannot come in.
Oh, it's not fair. I'm sick of being treated like a kid. You think it was a crime being at 17?
Will you shut up and stop moaning? You'll be banned altogether. Now, get home and get the kettle on. I'll be home in 10 minutes and make your tea.
You approve then, Mrs. Tanner?
Yes, I think that's very fair under the circumstances. Besides, I wouldn't like to think of him coming in at a night time, especially at his age.
Look, 25 years old they should be before they're allowed in pubs. Till then, they don't want ale. All they want soft drinks and jukeboxes.
You were very masterly there, Mrs. Walker. Talk about the judgment of Solomon.
Thank you, dear. Actually, you know, even Solomon would have been a great deal wiser if he'd spent several years running the Rover's Return.
Come on, just to show there's no hard feelings, I'll buy you a scotch. Give us a scotch and a pint, will you, look?
Hey? Our feelings about what?
I'm out of my ear, aren't I? Had my services dispensed with. Fired, sacked, laid off.
Oh, I seen it coming, you know. When he took Elsie Tanner's grandson on, I seen the writing on the wall there.
Yeah, I'll get that down you, mate.
Sure. I don't blame you personally, you know, man. I'd probably done the same thing if I'd have been in your shoes. It's just that, I don't know, it's society I blame. I mean, it's society that makes people money mad, isn't it?
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it's all down to hackers, isn't it? I mean, you take on an apprentice, you don't have to pay him the wages of a full-grown man, and you get a backhander from the government and all.
Well, yeah, there is an apprentice scheme round here, yeah.
Oh, they are. You'll be quizzing, won't you? Good commercial practice. And I mean, what does it matter if blokes like me get chucked back on society's scrappy?
Oh, come on, Eddie, don't start playing the violin.
You don't want to understand, do you? But I bet you understand, don't you, Hilda?
Oh, yeah, I understand, all right. And listen, don't think you can come battening on me and Stan now you've no money coming in, because I've got problems and all.
Oh, Mr. Fairclough, I'm glad I found you.
What's the matter now, Lou?
Well, hello, Eddie. Oh, by the way, I wanted to thank you for repairing the ceiling. You as well, Eddie. He did a very good job.
Well, that's salt in the wound and all.
You're happy now, are you?
Well, yes, I am about that. It's just that when I opened my wage packet just now, I find I'm a few pounds short. I think you must have made a mistake, Mr. Fairclough.
No, love, there was no mistake. No, I think I've been pretty lenient, in fact. If I charge you the full price for his time and all the materials for mending your ceiling...
Is that why you deducted it?
Well, of course it is. You're the one who did the damage, you and him.
Oh, yes, I suppose we were, but...
It's a hard world, isn't it, Maeve? For society's misfits.
Look, I'll tell you something now, lovey. Just between us. Now, a year or two ago, I had a proposal. Well, you wouldn't know him. He was an old friend. Well, a friend of Cyril's from way back, you know. Frank Ashworth, a widower. Well, he came calling round several times. We went out, and he wanted us to get married. And I said no.
Oh. And do you regret it?
Well, sometimes, yes. But then he could never been what my Cyril was.
No, well, I feel that about Ernest.
But then, I mean, he wasn't trying to be what my Cyril was. Anyway, I said to Frank, I said, look, let's just stay good friends. And he agreed. I mean, saw him several times after that, but... Well, he's married again now.
Do you mind me asking, when he proposed, why did you turn him down exactly?
Well, there were a few reasons. Or maybe it was all the same one, you know. Well, for a start, apart from him not being my Cyril, I mean, I got used to living on my own, you know. My own little routine. One egg cup on the table, if you like. And, well, it seemed easier to leave it that way. Oh, I don't know, Emily. Maybe I just didn't like him enough.
Yes, it's very difficult to start all over again, to make a marriage work.
Yes, it is. But I can't advise you one way or the other, lovey. I mean, I don't know what you should do. It's not much good living on your own, lovey. I mean, I do know that.
Oh, yes, well, I'm not alone. Of course, there's Deirdre and Tracy.
Ah, yes, now. But they won't be there forever, love. You've got to realise that.
Am I doing the right thing, Betty?
Oh, I can't tell you that, love. It's only you that knows that.
Morning.
It's you, isn't it?
Pardon?
The mystery man. It came to me in a flash last night. I thought it's Ken. It's got to be.
Now, do I look a suave, soigné, handsome man about town? Because that's what the mystery man is, I assure you.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it could be a description of me, that, you know, couldn't it?
No, it couldn't. It is you, isn't it? I'll bet my best glass alley on it.
Yes, well, you just have to wait and see, won't you? A small jar of coffee, please. Anyway, we won't have long to wait. I'm making the draw tonight in the Rovers.
Hey, listen, Ken, if I win, can you make it a beauty queen for a night instead of a fella for a day?
What would you do with a beauty queen?
Well, for a start.
That's enough, thanks, old Robert.
Now, you've got some tickets, haven't you?
Only a bookful.
Right, see you.
Ta-da. It is him, you know, I'm sure.
Hey, listen, if you do win, will you go out with whoever it is?
Of course I flipping will. You'll not be jealous, will you?
Me? Don't be silly.
Oh, I can't stop, lovey. It's about this afternoon.
Oh, you're not coming giving back word?
Well, I'd forgotten about it being an anniversary, hadn't I?
Anniversary?
Yeah, Jack Walker's death. She'll be going to the cemetery,
Oh,
you
but
see.
Betty, we're counting on you. We can't go to Grange without you standing in for us.
It'll probably be all right, lovey. I'll give you a ring if it's not. Try, love. Try, love. Come on, love.
Damn.
Well, we can go another day.
Oh, I want to go today. I want something fixed up. I can't wait to get away from this place fast enough.
Mrs. Ogden, if you don't mind, I do not feel up to your singing today, so if you would go about your work quietly, I would be obliged.
Oh, sorry, I'm sure. Flipping heck, I can't even sing in the place now. She'll be stopping me talking next, and then breathing, I shouldn't wonder.
Hilda, what are you going on about?
Oh, Gypsy Rose Lee. She's in one of her moods.
Oh, you know why, don't you? 10 years ago today, Mr. Walker passed away.
It's never. Hey, is it better?
I don't know.
Oh, Mrs. Walker.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'd forgot what day it were like, else I'd never have been singing like that.
Now, how could you remember, dear?
Oh, but I should have. I mean, he were a real gentleman with Mr. Walker. Always very nice to me. Treated me like a lady, in fact, and that doesn't happen often in my life. I mean, if I can't remember him today, well, there's not much to be said for me, and that's a fact.
Come on, lovely. You never know with people, do you? You never know.
Would you like me to go with you this afternoon to the cemetery?
No, thank you, dear, no. It's, well, it's a private occasion.
Yes, of course.
But for goodness sake, I may have asked Hilda Ogden to stop singing, but that was as much for sake of my eardrums as anything else. I don't want to turn the day into a wake. It's the last thing Jack would have wanted.
Tell you what we'll do, Mrs. Walker. We'll have a nice drink tonight, eh? In his memory, like.
He'll appreciate that.
I'll get some envelopes at the cabin for now.
Yeah, okay.
I have to start buying in bulk. Stationery and things. They're much cheaper.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anything else you want from the cabin?
Nope, I don't think so.
Won't be long.
Hey, be careful Arnold isn't waiting to swoop like he was with me yesterday.
Was he now? You never said.
Oh, didn't I?
No. And did he swoop?
Yes, he did.
Really? Why?
Well, I think he swore me to secrecy.
You only think he did.
Yeah. So I suppose I could tell you what he said, because it wouldn't be breaking a promise if I only think he did.
I shouldn't think so.
Right, well, he sort of, enlisted me. You know, asked me to put a word in for him. Press his suit. Or was it his suite?
And what did you say?
Well, I said I would. And I will. I think you're making a big mistake.
Oh, Deirdre.
Now, Emily, he's a very nice chap. He's obviously bats about you. You've got a lot in common. He's not short of a bob or two. He's very clean in his habits.
That's enough, Deirdre. Arnold is a closed book. I've explained to him why I can't contemplate marriage, and he's no right to try and involve you in a subterfuge. I'm very annoyed with him. I'm not going to marry Arnold, and that is that.
Oh, aren't you?
No, I am not.
All right, there's no need to shout.
Well, you don't seem to be convinced.
I'm convinced.
Good.
No, actually, I haven't bought any tickets. No, have you?
Of course I have. I won't miss the chance of having a fella for me slave, even if it's only for one day. It's what I've been trying to do all my life, with absolutely no success. I usually finish up as their slaves.
Well, I wouldn't win it anyway.
Why not? You stand as much chance as anybody. And who knows? For all you know, the prize might be this one.
No, I shouldn't think so. Hey, Mr. Baldwin, you've got better things to do.
What's all this then, mate?
Oh, it's Elsie says that you could be the mystery man, you know, that can Barlow's raffling.
Oh, so you think I'm the mystery man, do you?
Could be.
Nah.
Why not?
Well, look at it this way. If it's a married woman that wins, which it probably will be, what husband's going to trust me with his missus for a day, eh? Or even 5 minutes, come to that. Keep taking the slimming pills.
Well, whoever it is, if I win him, he won't know what's hit him. He'll be screaming for mercy by the end of the day, I can tell you that much. What do you say, Emily? Eh?
Yes. Ta-ra. Goodbye. What was all that about?
Oh, it's this thing that Ken Barlow's organising. You know, the raffle for a mystery man.
That. A packet of small envelopes, please, and one of, large.
But I don't suppose you've bought any tickets, have you?
No, afraid not. Have you?
No. Of course, you've got a man friend of your own now, haven't you?
Yes and no.
Oh, aren't you seeing Arnold these days?
Well, it depends what you mean by seeing. I do see him occasionally, but, well, that's all, if you see what I mean.
I thought you were very taken with him. Well, you've always seemed to be when I've seen you together.
I do like him. Yes, I do.
Oh, what's gone wrong, Emily? Has he cooled off? Oh, men are so fickle, aren't they? Well, I wouldn't let it upset you.
As a matter of fact, he's asked me to marry him.
He's what?
Said he's proposed.
You've not refused him, have you?
Yes, I have.
Well, why?
Well, reasons. It's a very big step, Mavis. Marriage.
It's not just a big step, Emily. It's a long jump, as I very well know.
Yes, well, Anyway, it's a step I felt I couldn't take again.
Oh, do you realise how lucky you are, Emily Bishop? How fortunate? Well, obviously not.
I realise it's very nice to be asked.
Nice? Oh, it's a miracle. Now, come on, Mavis, that's hardly... Well, I think it is. I mean, for you to be asked twice, I just do, and why you've refused him, I don't know.
Well, I don't consider marriage to be an absolute necessity, Mavis.
Well, what's the alternative, eh? A bleak, lonely old age, that's the alternative, and you know that better than I do, having been married to Ernest.
So I'm to marry Arnold in order to assure myself some companionship in my old age, that's what you're saying? It's not so much different from winning the man in Ken Barlow's raffle.
Well, that'd be better than nothing.
I'm surprised at you, Mavis. I thought you had more dignity.
I fancy a few of these, you know. I've got a feeling. You doing out? Stan, if I lose this £2, I'm down to your level, recycling jimps. I don't know what you got to moan about. Go down to Social Security, get a few bob, enough for grub and ale, and sit in the sunshine. Never mind flogging the guts out for Fairclough. I wasn't flogging me guts out for him. It's a nice little number, a couple of days a week. Just gave me enough and that little bit extra to cut a dash now and again. I had security, Stanley, without selling me soul to capitalism, and I had a bit of respect. Now I'm back to being a bum again. Well, go down, job centre. Maybe they'll have something. You never know. I'm not that desperate. Hey, I could help you again, couldn't I? Bring out your chamois and hold your ladder and that. Just till I find something more suited to me talent, you know.
Oh, no, you couldn't, Eddie Yates.
Oh, hello, Hilda. Didn't hear you come in.
Oh, good job I have come in, though, isn't it? You're plotting to live off us backs again.
2 people cleaning windows, twice the many windows cleaned. Now, be fair.
No, you mean the same number being cleaned and only half the money coming in here. Go and sit on a cushion in the middle of the canal, Eddie. And you, get back to work. There's another hour yet till dinner time.
You know, you can be a very hard woman, you, Hilda.
And what's made me hard, eh? Me past experiences with the likes of you and him. Now, go on, off with you.
All right, I'm going. What about the time I nursed you back from health and strength, eh? What about that? You forget that?
I'll do the same to you one day. Now, go on, else I'll fetch a prop to you.
You'll change your tune when you win me in the raffle. I'm the mystery man.
Why, heck, if you're the mystery man and I do win you, I'll ask for my money back.
Could I just have a fruit juice, please? I have a bit of lemon.
Will you attend to it?
Yes.
It's time I was getting ready for the cemetery.
All right. Mrs. Walker says cemetery?
Yes.
Oh, somebody passed away.
No, yes, it's her husband. It's 10 years today since he died, you see.
Oh, well, we lose them all one day or another, don't we? The men in our lives. And you know, Betty, it's surprising how many women are living on their own, and despite the fact that the sexes are supposed to be evenly balanced, well, numerically.
Suppose you're right.
Oh, I am.
Thank you, lovey.
Okay, good. Right, well, that's very good. Thank you very much.
Are you sure they're not
Yeah, I'm doing quite well, actually.
Oh, excuse me, do you think I could have a ticket? Well, some tickets.
You mean to say that I missed you? How many?
10.
10?
Making sure you're in with a chance, eh, Mavis? Well, if you win, love, you won't be disappointed. No remain.
Well, I'm buying them because it's for a good cause. You're not really the mystery man, are you, Fred?
Well, that wouldn't be so terrible, would it?
There we are. That'll be £1, please. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Could I have another 10, please, Kenneth? Only I thought with it being a fresh boot like and green being my lucky colour.
You can have as many as you like, Hilda.
How many you bought, then?
Enough.
You ought to have more sense.
Well, you're wrong.
There we are. Good. No, I'm sure there's a lucky one there for you. Hope so, anyway.
There we are, that's that finished. You coming to the post with me? All right, then, get your coat on. There's a good girl. Oh, now, if that's somebody else with more work, we're not doing it, are we, Tracy? Not today, anyway. We've done our bit. Do you know, it's about time I joined a union. They'd soon cut me hours down to size.
Oh,
hello, Arnold. Come in. She won't be long. She just popped out to get something for the tea.
Hello, Tracy. And how's my best girl?
Sit yourself down. She keeps asking when you're going to take her out again. She's a right little gallivanter, you know.
Oh, my next afternoon off, we'll go strolling in the park again. Might even take your mother.
Oh, yes, please. Ah, that'll be Emily. Now, listen. I told her what you said yesterday.
What did she say?
She said she was annoyed. She said...
Oh, thank you.
Look who's here, Emily.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Right, well, me and Tracy are going to the post. We won't be long. Then again, we won't be short. Come on, mate.
Bye, Tracy. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm just here. Which, I suppose, if you consider it, is pretty incontrovertible.
Yes, I suppose it is.
But I like a good fact, don't you? To start with, I mean. Makes a good launching pad a good fact, don't you agree?
Do you mind if I just take this into the kitchen?
No, not at all. I'm here for a purpose, actually. Not just to prove my existence.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Nothing in here for me. Self-skilled blokes.
Is that right?
My mum always said I should learn a trade. Well, as you ever did. Do you know, I could nick the lead off the church roof while the clock was still striking 1. Now, that is very skillful. I've just sort of outgrown it, if you know what I mean.
Look, I'm sorry there's nothing in the paper that I'd let you read for nothing. But now, if you don't mind, I'd like to close.
There must be something I can do. I mean, there must be a job that's suited to me quick intelligence and sparkling personality.
Well, maybe that's your problem.
What?
It's personality.
What's wrong with it?
Look, do you want me to be honest with you?
Well, go on, but don't go mad, eh?
Well, I think you give the impression to prospective employers of being harum scarum.
Harum scarum?
Sort of slap happy.
Yeah, you're right, mate. I am slap happy. I mean, I like being slap happy. I like my personality.
Well, then you can't grumble if you don't find it easy to get a job. I mean, employers are looking for responsibility and dependability.
You want me to sell me soul, don't you? Blot out the real me just to become chairman of the ICI. Well, I'm sorry, mate. It's too high a price to pay. I like being a bum. The world needs bums like me, just like it needs tycoons. People can laugh at us. They don't feel threatened by us. We're a very stabilising influence. I'll see you. Hey, good luck with the raffle tonight.
How did you know I was in for it?
I'm also a student of human nature, mate.
Now, come on, get off your backside, Stanley, and get yourself ready. You're keen enough to go to the Rovers every other night.
I don't like a packed pub, and it will be packed tonight. Full of flaming women.
And since when have you not liked women? Who were it give you them black puddings this afternoon?
I bought them, I told you.
Rubbish. It were her Aunt Market, weren't it? Netta, do they call her? Got red arms and a bust you could put a telly on.
I bought them.
Still, they were very nice, I must say. And it saved me having to make out for us tea. But just you remember this. Make sure it's only a black pudding she gives you. And I said, get off that sofa.
Oh, flaming Nora. You've been ordering about all flaming day. I'm not a robot, you know.
You're not a human being, neither. Well, how do I look?
Not bad. What's all the fuss about?
Because, Stanley, when I win this mystery man and bring him home under my arm, I want him to think his boat's come in and all. That's why I'm making all this fuss. Now, go and get yourself ready.
I like a quiet drink. Not a packed flaming pub. Elbows in your side every time.
Now, am I right or am I wrong?
There's nothing wrong with friendship, no. Friendship is, well, it's very nice.
Friendship is love without his wings, as the poet said.
You wouldn't be the poet by any chance.
Oh, you flatter me, Emily. I know Byron, if I remember right.
Yes, of course.
So we can be friends then, can we?
Well, of course we can, as long as...
What?
You accept what I said about marriage.
I accept it, I accept it, I accept it. Now, where's the affidavit for me to sign?
I'll take your word for it.
Good. Well, I'm glad that's sorted out. Because I was in danger of losing my appetite and going into a decline, and that would never do with a pet shop. The goldfish wouldn't like it for a start. They get very neurotic, looking for cracks in the tank.
Oh, Arnold, you do make me laugh.
I know I do. And that can't be bad, can it?
Sonny B! Go on then, go upstairs to the toilet. Hello, you still here? And if you are, why aren't you giving you some tea?
You can stay for tea if you like.
No, thanks. No, I must get back. I've got some stock taking to do. And anyway, I think I've accomplished enough for one day. Mustn't be greedy. As the dog said when it stole the leg of lamb but left the mint sauce. Oh, dear. Bye, Emily.
Bye.
Deirdre.
I'm sorry we're late.
Oh, you're not all that late, love.
Have you managed all right?
She's managed fine, haven't you, Betty?
Yeah, of course, there's not to run in a shop.
Well, happen you'd like to buy it then?
Have you found something?
We found something,
But somebody else is interested.
Yeah, it's a little mixed
With a
business.
sub-post office.
Just outside.
Strange.
Do you want to tell this story?
Oh, sorry, love, no. You
It'll
do.
just suit us fine.
That was absolutely perfect, Betty. It's got a love... Sorry, love.
And the trouble is, though, that somebody else feels the same way about it. They're giving them first refusal.
Oh, dear.
Still, we're in with a chance.
Oh, I think better than the chance. I mean, we would definitely take it, you see.
Yeah.
They're just humming and ahhing.
Anyway, they said they'd let us know tomorrow.
Well, I hope you get it. Look, would you mind if I go? Only you know what's going off tonight in the Rovers. I mean, Mrs. Walker will have a fit if I'm late.
Sorry, thanks, Betty, very much. And we'll see you right.
Oh, I'll just get me things.
Well, love, you know, I'm going to be that disappointed if I don't get this place.
Well, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. Hey, are we going to Rovers tonight?
Oh, no, I think we've had enough excitement for one day. Let somebody else win Mystery Man.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Love you. You do want to leave round here, don't you? Honestly.
Well, I do if you do.
Oh, I
Amazing. What's that, Mrs. Walker? The magnetic effect of a pair of trousers on our sex.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not taking part, I take it? Well, I didn't want to, and I mean, I wouldn't have done, but it is for charity, isn't it? Oh, by the way, was everything all right at the cemetery this afternoon? I haven't had a chance to ask you. Yes, dear. The grave looked cheerful. Oh. And I had my little chat with you. Oh. Evening, ladies. My word, there's an air of expectancy abroad tonight.
Why, is there something going on?
Well, if there isn't, you've wasted all that perfume.
Oh, I didn't think I put that much on. I'd drown myself.
Hey, you're not kidding.
It's just one thing worrying me.
What, whether you're going to put him in the bedroom or the kitchen if you're winning?
I haven't got a kitchen.
Ew, lucky you.
No, I mean, supposing it's all a joke and the mystery man turns out to be somebody like Mr. Ogden.
Oh, Ken Barlow wouldn't do a thing like that, would he? I've no idea who it is, Mrs. Ogden. Kenneth has kept it a very close secret.
Hey, do you know him? I've never seen him before.
Stranger to me.
Yeah, me and all. Oh, he's lovely, isn't he?
He looks a big Jessie.
Well, I'll tell you something. If 1/4 of you looked like him, I'd be over the moon, and I wouldn't care which quarter.
Hey, that was a bit cruel, Hilda. I keep telling you, but you don't believe me. It's me. I'm the mystery man. Is that right, Mike?
I had heard a whisper, yeah.
I think it's him, that stranger.
Ladies and gentlemen, now could I just have your attention for a moment, please? Thank you, thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to make the draw, but before I do, I want to thank you for your generosity. I mean, you can see how many tickets we've sold.
They're buying them by the score here, Ken.
The roast, don't you mean, Fred?
I do hope it's not going to be vulgar.
Now, the first job, however, is to reveal the identity of the mystery man. Oh, yeah. Which I have deliberately kept secret in case the news got abroad and ladies started coming in by land, sea and air to buy tickets.
It is Eddie Yates.
The girl's psychic. Give it a bun.
It's not him, is it, Stan?
Could be.
Seriously, though, let me now introduce you to the mystery man. Your consort for a day, ladies, to do with him what you will.
Oh, you've said it, Ken.
The mystery man is...
Oh, hurry up, Ken. Mavis is getting off lushes.
The mystery man is... Mike Baldwin. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, and all I ask is whoever wins me, please be gentlemen.
I think he's Mark.
Oh, he's a bit on the small side for me, Ken.
Right, now I'm going to ask Mrs. Walker if she'd be so kind to come over and make the draw. Mrs. Walker?
Oh, gangway.
Hey, Mrs. Walker, I'll share him with you if you pick my ticket.
I've never shared a man in my life, dear. Oh. They've always been far too taken with me.
Good. Now then, Eddie, if you give the box a good shake, just to show there's no jiggery pokery.
See the expert touch? That's because we have cocktails at home. Here, Mr. Walker, close your eyes and pick a ticket.
There you are, Kenneth.
Thank you. Now, as you can see, obviously a green ticket. And the number is 63. Number 63 is the lucky person here.
Well, it's not mine, and that's for sure.
Mine is green. I hope I haven't lost
Mine's not even green.
No, no.
Well, I'll repeat the number. Number 60.
It's me! I've got it! I've got 63.
63 it is. Congratulations, Hilda.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
What about that, eh?
Mike, would you like to come over and meet your, well, mistress, I suppose?
Congratulations, Hilda, and at your service.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, aren't you, Mr. Mulvey?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for the lucky winner, Mrs. Hilda Ogden.
Have you seen Mike's face?
Every picture tells a story. Mr. Ogden's not looking too pleased either.
There you go, Stanley. You've always wanted somebody to take her off your hands. Sure up.
And of course, there's more Coronation Street at the same time tomorrow. Well, stay with us here on Plus. The comedians are next.